back again with another episode brought to you by our sponsor, Offit. They've been with us from the start. Head on over to their website, offit.com/paths. Don't forget that code word, paths. Put it in. You're going to get a discount. That's right. We look after you over here. What are we getting a discount on, Michael? I don't know. You got to explain. I'm going to break it down right now. We all know what you've been doing during this lockdown season. We all know. Let's not kid ourselves. But lockdown's over. It's time to get out there and salute the flag with our not sex out attention. How are we going to do that? We got to get off our... we got to break our bad habits that we've developed. So that's where Offit comes in. They have a great range of anti-masturbatory devices. My personal favorite being the cayenne pepper sauce, purely due to its multifunctional function of also being a spice. I recommend it. Given some great anecdotes on this podcast about times I used cayenne pepper sauce to dull the urges, and I recommend it. I want you guys to head on over. Do what you need to do. Let Offit help you achieve your dreams. This episode, I've got my good friend Michael Sugerman. He's a filmmaker, just like me. He's actually been alongside me in this filmmaking journey since... I would say that we both made one half decent, cool project by ourselves. And then from then on, we've pretty much been in this game together. I don't think there's been a film that I've worked on in some sort of higher capacity that Michael hasn't been a part of. And, well, actually not vice versa, but yeah, for me, anytime I'm doing something like assistant director or producing, Michael's there. So I wanted to get him on and just do a filmmaking episode, and we actually did, but I fucked up the recording, so that is gone forever. And obviously I didn't want to do the same podcast again because, you know, we're just not going to take it that well. We've already discussed everything we have to discuss. So this is sort of like a retrospective episode, I guess, where like Michael came over and we pretty much looked at all the projects we had worked on together. We saw them, and the podcast was a discussion on all the projects. Yeah. I hope that you guys can follow. I tried to. I think there were one or two times where I stopped Michael and was like, just for context, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just two guys talking. You know, we're not trying to like fucking give a breakdown of our lives. It's just like the subject that we start with, and I hope it just moved on to a conversation. So here it is, Michael Sugerman. I don't have the guitar near me, so I'm just gonna... What can I do? I'll do a bit of drumming on this notebook, and that can be our transition.
Chocolate. Hazelnut, that's it. It's like Nutella. Hazelnut and chocolate.
I don't fuck around.
Oh man, no.
What's happening, Sugarman?
What's up?
What's up?
I don't know. We're just got a podcast.
We just
recording.
Yeah.
We're recording the podcast.
This is the first time we've done this.
Yes. No, I mean like everyone knows who I am already, so like no need for introductions.
How do you know that everyone knows who you are already?
Oh, they saw the previous episode, right? They heard the previous one, yeah.
No, actually, I recorded last night like a little diary entry explaining that I fucked up the last episode. The last two episodes.
Oh, okay.
So
everyone knows.
I acknowledge the fuck up.
That you suck.
Yeah, and I acknowledge the lost episodes that have already accumulated, despite us not being on air for that long.
Yes. Well, here I am.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Let's
hopefully this one. It's definitely recording. Yeah. I might delete it later on.
It looks
How's it look?
Ooh, not the
How does it
best.
look? Oh, not the best. Not the best.
Good. I'll change the levels.
Is it looking better? How about now? Can you hear me? No, wait, I'm whispering. How about now? How about now?
Dude, the levels are actually like not looking amazing.
Okay, what about this?
Should I just ignore it, or do you think I should start again? Should
I think let's roll the dice.
Should I stop? Roll the
Let's risk
dice?
it.
All right. Oh, they look
Let's do
good
the
now.
hard
They look
six.
good.
All right, they're good.
Yeah,
They're good.
yeah, they look good now.
Look good. All
Look,
right,
I've got the
yeah.
laptop next to me this time.
Nice,
See?
nice. Yeah,
It's not gonna.
It's not like
I
somewhere
can't-
else.
Yeah.
It's not like on the
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not gonna.
You made your apology video already.
Yeah,
So,
I made the Me Too
You're
video.
like, yeah.
Our Me Too video.
You were like, yeah, it's like, I fucked up the. I'm sorry for letting down my fans.
The only thing is now it's like maybe I get a bit distracted because this thing's next to me. But at least I can tell if it's gonna start recording.
When I just like waffle on, and you go like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna look at this over here instead.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, it's a great point, Michael. Great point.
But you got to keep waffling on because
Okay.
because the people listening can't tell that I'm
All
looking away.
right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just gonna be
Yeah,
like
that's the perfect crime.
perfect crime. That's it.
All right. Wait, do I start?
That was a nice sound.
Do
No,
I-
no, no. I just wanted to get the sound effect.
You
of
guys get the
you,
sound
like,
effect of me of
slapping.
swallowing. Yeah.
Yeah, slowly.
Oh, I can put these headphones on.
Yeah, yeah. Then you
Yeah.
can actually hear what's happening.
Hey.
Can you hear?
I can hear. Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you, and I can hear me.
We could hear each other last time as well,
Yeah.
but that didn't go well.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, we just me and Sugerman just
Yo.
had a marathon
Marathon.
of all our uni
Oh.
short films and
Most of them.
most of them, and
Yeah.
like
What we have the hands on.
a few
Other
other ones after
outside
uni.
ones.
Yeah,
The early projects.
the early day. You know what I realized?
What?
We haven't done anything since those projects.
No. Well,
Well-
we did park bench,
Oh yeah, that's
and
true.
then we did car park. I mean, like, what do you mean, like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
But yeah, there was like a big gap between
there was.
windscreens and then the rest. Even kick-ons, which you weren't really a part of.
Yeah.
And the rest.
What happened?
What happened?
Why is there a gap?
I don't know. I guess we work,
Yeah.
and then like I think we had maybe we oh, I don't know, maybe this is just me. I was like I need to be better.
Yeah.
And so yeah, at least for me it's like, oh
I needed to be better too.
yeah, I need to be better. But and so obviously the way to be better is to not do anything and just like think about it a lot.
Yeah, and now we're better. That's why we started making it, because we're better now, for sure.
We're better, yeah, we're better.
It's not because
Definitely.
we realized we should probably do stuff.
We meditated on the problem for a
we
very
met
long time.
For, what?
And then
5
now we
years?
understand. Yeah, now our minds awakened. And
Now
then,
we're
yeah,
filmmakers.
Yeah, now we fixed it. There we go.
Hollywood should be knocking on our door any moment.
Yep.
We're finished meditating.
So,
Finished contemplating about our issues.
and now it's all good times from here on out.
Yeah.
So how should we start this? How do we organize this? Do we like just start at the beginning, or like start at the first thing we watched?
Yeah.
What's your plan?
Now I reckon let's start at the
I'm
last
gonna
one.
host this show now.
All right, you host it. Let's go Sugarman. Co-hosted by Sugarman.
Okay. So we sat down, and the first thing we did was we watched The Claire Wizard.
The Claire Wizard.
Thesis, yes.
Claire Wizard thesis.
Which is actually that's after. Although I think I was still at uni. I think you had
Oh,
graduated.
okay. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was still doing my last semester, I think.
Well, then I guess it counts.
Wait, was
as-
I doing my last semester? It was well. I remember I graduated. I think a term after you did.
You did.
Yes. When did we shoot Claire Wizard? This is very important. This is very important to understand. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it was like a week. I mean, like uni was such a thing that I could just take a week off.
Well, we shot Claire Wizard after you shot James's project, right? Didn't we?
Probably. So maybe it was after we graduated.
It was after we
Both of us graduated. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
There we are.
It was in, what was it? Was it August, September?
I don't fucking remember.
I think it was June.
I got no idea. June. I don't know.
When time did the sun set? But it sunset pretty late, so maybe it was like later on in the year. Did it?
I think
no,
September. I think it might have been September.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Imagine this is the anniversary of
anniversary.
This is
the
the
Clay Wizard anniversary.
The Clay Wizard
Yeah.
Thesis, which is available for purchase on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Amazon Prime. Yeah, you can watch it the whole thing.
Not that we get any money,
Yeah,
but
no.
you can actually
Oh,
watch
yeah.
it. It's I mean, nothing else we
I think you
talk
can watch it
about.
for free.
Really?
Yeah. For 30 days. You can get a free trial and you can watch it.
Oh, I actually got a free trial, but I never watched it.
You can just create a new account.
Yeah. 10 times.
Okay.
And I didn't even have like a Final Cut copy that we saw.
Oh yeah, that wasn't yeah, I remember they cut out some stuff like because he sold it to to somebody.
Terra Films.
Yeah, he sold it to Terra Films, and I think they changed the color grade.
Yeah.
And to make it look more like a horror film.
Oh.
And then because all the horror films they look alike. All those direct to streaming, I guess now. Horror films look alike, and they also I think they cut off some stuff. I don't know why.
Some stuff, dude. It's already like a pretty short film.
Yeah,
like a pretty short feature film.
Cut out the hospital stuff.
The hospital stuff.
The cutaway stuff.
Man,
Yeah.
poor Ivan.
Yeah. Oh well.
He was funny.
R.I.P.
I like that part at the end where he just puts his hand on them and they're crying.
Yeah.
There's like a doctor. What do he say? He's like a professional doctor, and he's like, I need to go to room 303. And he says it like so dramatically, and then
like a
looks
hospital
off
drama.
camera. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was. It
That's-
was like
yeah.
Grey's Anatomy or something.
Yeah. I think that's what they're going for. It's like I was there on the day. It was actually in an actual hospital, like working hospital. They're like patients all around the place. We got like a guided tour of it.
That's
I don't know.
hilarious.
We got our own bed. And,
Nice. In the hospital.
I think the
Wollongong
ending was
Hospital.
improvised. Was it? I'm not sure. I don't remember now.
But it got cut out of the film.
It got cut out of the film. The whole Wollongong.
That was a whole day of shooting.
A whole evening of shooting.
Whole evening.
We left to the we did it was the whole day. I think we did a whole day, and then then we drove all the way down to Wollongong. Me, Max,
The
cameraman,
the DOP, yeah.
Ivan,
The doctor,
and
actor.
director and
Alex.
Andre and Alex.
Andre
Yeah,
and
we all
Alex,
drove
two
down
actors.
to Wollongong,
Yeah.
and yeah,
No sound. Sound?
no sound.
No sound.
I don't remember the soundie being there. Who was the soundie? Oh, Lana.
Alana.
Was she there? I don't remember. I don't remember her being there.
Hmm.
I don't know. How did we do the sound then?
Yeah, it's fix it in post.
Fix it in post, yeah.
Fix it in
Yeah.
post.
Maybe she was there. I just didn't notice her. I mean, I just remember. But I don't think she was there, no. Yeah, Clay Wizard.
Clay Wizard.
Clay Wizard. You know, I mean, that's the only thing that you can actually, anyone can actually see. You can see windscreens
Yeah.
too. But yeah, you can see
Yeah.
and you can, go and it's actual feature film that you can watch.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we're all part of it.
Yeah.
You're the producer. Yeah, you're a line producer.
I could have been the producer.
You could have been the producer. You could have gotten that credit, but
I said no because
the other producer quit, wasn't he?
no, he got fired. I
Got fired.
I got him fired.
You got him fired.
got him
Okay. It cutthroat business. You're ruthless.
Yeah. Well, I came on as second AD to the project.
yeah.
I was second AD.
I
when it
came on as
started.
the prop master, and I became the
prop
second
master.
AD, wasn't it?
Oof.
A prop master, and sometimes
Yeah.
I think I became sort of second AC,
Yeah,
and also second AD,
Second AD.
as well as assistant camera.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's how fucked up the project was.
we all got promotions very quickly.
100% more pay.
Yeah. No pay at all.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, we started shooting, and I just sort of realized how fucked up it was, and I told Isaac, I was like, "This is fucked."
Fire.
And then he was like, "That's it. Producer's fired. You're now the producer." And then I was like, "I don't consent because it's like you can't get a producer on the second day. You can't get the producer when you're filming already. You can't."
Yeah, you can.
You know what I mean?
You can. It's all
Yeah.
right. I think you're just being too modest.
I don't know. Just my principles were
Sometimes the
no.
producers can come on in the post-production process, from what I understand. Producers can come in very, very late. Anyway, you should have been producer. I don't know.
I
why
didn't.
you
I didn't
refuse
want because it wasn't. I wasn't producing. I was just like
it. You
I didn't
essentially
do the
producer.
pre-production. It doesn't have my
So-
stamp on it. You know.
You share the credit with the other guy.
I had a line producer, which is like that makes more sense to me. That's like
You were like organizing the whole project from what my memory. I just hit the table. It's
yeah.
still
Actually,
recording,
try not. Yes, thank you for reminding me.
All right.
Let's see. Is it still recording? It is. Yeah, we got to be careful about hitting the table. That's for sure.
No,
I need to
don't sit cross-legged. Just.
Yeah, I get to sit cross-legged.
Oh, okay.
You have to move. You just move more back.
Okay.
Just you can't be under the table. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And then you just move the mic.
This is a very professional setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't touch the table. Don't touch anything.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah. It's one wrong move and.
But you get a cocktail.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a nice cocktail. It's very very classy.
I don't fuck around. This sound effects.
It's hazelnut flavored.
Hazelnut flavored.
I don't know the other liquids. Lime juice. I saw you doing lime juice.
Somebody doing lime juice.
Yeah, hazelnut, and then some kind of alcohol. I assume ice as well.
Ice.
Yeah,
which means water. Translates to water. And some Perry infused vodka.
Oh,
and sugar, of course, because it's like salt. What salt is to food, sugar is to cocktails.
Highly recommend.
Thank you.
Yes.
Come over for a podcast, guys, and we'll
try out. Yeah.
You get a cocktail.
Yeah. Subscribe here and you get a free cocktail. Subscribe to our Patreon.
Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out.
Clear Wizard. It's I mean, like, for all it's not perfect.
No.
But yeah, it's an experience.
Yeah.
You gotta be on one like shaky production in your career at least.
At least
one.
Might as well do it early so that you learn from it.
Yeah,
ASAP.
Yeah. I mean, like, for its faults, like, it got released.
Yeah.
Someone's getting money for it, I think, or at least some kind of
Someone's
role.
getting some sort of percentage.
Yeah, for sure. You could have been in that if you.
I mean,
but yeah, you know, and if that isn't success, what is? Yeah, I don't know. That isn't a goal. That isn't an end point. I don't know. But, what do you? What should we? What can we talk about? What can we say about it? Because we didn't watch the whole thing. We sort of skimmed through it.
Yeah, but just what do you think in hindsight? Issues with lighting.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was, some lighting issues, but like, you know, everything was sort of like, it was like, it was, it's fine. You can see everyone's faces.
Yeah,
it's number one. Issues just, I know some like focus issues.
Yeah.
Some framing problems. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's all handheld, so
nope.
What's that? I lost one ear.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's not production issue. It's just headphones things.
Just trying to reach for my water.
Oh no!
God damn it!
Oh no! You're gonna ruin the whole thing.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. Yeah. I noticed some framing stuff that's like a little bit peculiar. Like it's people getting cut off in the frame. Sometimes shots are a little bit too wide, I think. And for too long. Sometimes, like, I still feel like something like we could like make it more snappier.
We did I guess it's like because it's a mockumentary. It's like you can't really.
Yeah, the problem with the documentaries is that like that's a big problem with mockumentaries or the shooting handheld. I mean, shooting like long takes in general. That's like, it feels like it's got to be better choreographed, I guess.
Yeah.
Or like, sometimes like when you just doing that and you can see one person's face, or you can only see half of each person's face, and like you want to see like their whole face. Or like when they're acting, you want to see that emotion, human performance. Yes. Yeah. And sometimes you're thinking, it's like, okay, I'm just looking at like a shot in the angle that I'm just looking at the one guy who's listening. I'm not seeing like the guy. I'm not seeing Alex who's talking.
Yeah. But
that's just like it's like you can't really cut backwards and forwards with this sort of version of the mockumentary that he's trying to achieve here.
Which really set us up to like not have it seem shit. It really just You know, because it's like we're adhering to the format.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
that it's
exactly
that it's
what it
supposed
is.
to be
Exactly.
being shot by some guy on
Who's not a cameraman, who's like
Yeah,
doesn't have
yeah.
experience with cameras.
Yeah.
So
So, but then there's some really great pieces of set like lighting bits and like it's like ooh, that looks really nice there and like
we shot a lot. It was like
lot of takes for a very long, like a lot of like 22-minute takes, which is like a few hours of like we had lots of sound problems.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was that one shot where Alex's head gets cut off. That I remember we were shooting for an hour. We're trying to do that take for an hour. Like cut action, cut action, cut action. Reset everything. And we finally made it to the end. We never even made it to the end of the fucking of the dialogue.
Yeah.
And we finally made it to the end, and then a fucking airplane came. And then we're like, we wrote a scene so that the airplane sound would be justified, and then we shot it, and then edited. Like we edited it so that the new scene comes after, which is like Diego just coming from his trip.
Yeah.
So it's like the plane just landed.
Yeah.
As we cut. So that's how much we didn't want to fucking go again. Because it took us 1 hour to get that far, and the plane.
And like when you do that many takes, I think you get a little bit tired after a while with the performances and everything. Like like just doing it again and again and again, and it's like how much like your actors are gonna get like frustrated and.
That's probably why his head got cut off, because it's like Max is getting tired of holding.
He's holding like I don't know 10 kilos, 20, 15 kilos on his shoulder for an hour. Yeah, one shoulder for an hour. Yeah, it's like it's gonna get like it just falls down. Yeah, I mean like that's where you like, well, what can we do in post production to like fix the sound? I guess. Yeah, that's the part where you just think like we're not really achieving anything anymore. We're just sort of like getting stuck.
Yeah.
But funny bits in there. We sort of get to it there.
Yeah, I think it did its. I mean, yeah, even that last shot where it's like everything's dark and you can't see anything. You can't even hear anything. But yeah, we did. It's done. It's done. It's a completed project. Available for your viewing pleasure.
What one thing that I would think is that like I remember. I mean, like I think it's fine. Like I remember like there were so many like problems on the production day with sound and with things like that.
Yeah.
Like with people like building houses. We go to the Royal National Park and like this like somehow there's like a road like right next to it and like people like motorbikes are going past.
Motorbikes are speeding.
Because everyone so many motorbikes in the Royal National Park. And it's like this is something that you can sort of like. I feel like that's sort of missing from the film, but then that would be a different film because like you go. I was like you go like into the woods and you find someone like it's like hammering away and it's like there's some guy building a house in the middle of the wood. I don't know. It's like what the hell? We looked at this location beforehand and I don't know.
I said it. I said it.
I think that was your idea. Probably like that.
No, I said you like because we. Like Alana I don't think she came on that early, and the whole thing was like, I said, if we're going to shoot in a location, we should be at that location for like a day. Like if we're going to shoot on such a tight schedule, we should, the soundy should be there and assess and, well, you should have like, locations should have assessed, not that we had anything, but. Yeah.
I mean, it's
like it's obvious that the motorbikes are going to be fucking at the Royal National Park. After that, it became obvious. How did anyone miss that?
I remember that bit where like the whole day we had to walk like 500 meters down that road just to get to the location.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, Sam just pushed the gate open. It was open the whole time.
Yeah.
And then watch like I can't remember how long it was. Like it was like you had to park up there and you had to walk all the way like 5 minutes down the road, like on the
carry the equipment 500 meters.
and then at the end of the day, Sam was just like, it's open.
There was a gate. There was a gate right next to the location that was locked.
We thought it was locked.
And we thought it was locked.
And no one ever just touched it.
No one. We just saw a gate. We were like, "Yep, it's closed. It's doing its job."
I tried it. It's just open the whole time. Yeah. Well, I was like,
Always try to open the gate.
Always try the gates.
I think I wanted to get like a lock picking set after Claire Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was another location, like at the pleasure grounds, there's a big gate at the top.
Right, yeah,
And we'd
yeah.
always carry the equipment up and down.
Yeah.
I was like, man, if I could just pick locks, I would.
We should just invest in a trolley. Something like that. We can just trolley it all down.
Yeah.
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 Would have been easy.
we really didn't. We really fucking went full
It's
manual.
like only $80 for a trolley. Oh,
Or we can just break our backs.
yeah, break our backs carrying it all down.
Priceless.
Just get a couple of trolleys. Yeah.
Trolleys.
It's like it's down in the river valley, so like all the just very echoey in the plains. So it was over a sort of flight path too. It's kind of.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah. Long takes.
Long takes.
So like. Yeah. People jet skiing.
Jet skiing, boats, sound.
Dog park.
Sorry, it was
Went to the dog park. A lot of dogs there.
a lot of dogs at the dog park. We didn't expect that.
We're like
A lot
trying
of-
different locations.
A lot of problems would have been solved if we just went to the location as a fucking scout. But we
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
Maybe.
It's like there's just gotta be like there's definitely like a good location. You just have to like go there and just walk like a little bit and then
Yeah.
it's nothing.
Spend some time there.
Yeah,
Note the day that you spend time there.
yeah.
Is that the day that you're going to be shooting? Are there going to be kids there on the day? If it's not during school hours. Anyway, what was the next film?
How many stars did you rate that one?
How many stars?
Yeah, or experience like rating the experience of it.
Oh. Happiness? Experience?
I don't know. I'm just trying to like,
Or, like,
sum it up
experience
somehow.
that I got
sum it
be-
out somehow. How
Alright,
do we sum it up? How do we
alright.
sum up this one?
Well, put it this way. We did 7 days of shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I think I cried 5 days. Like I wept 5 days. There was one day where I turned up early to just cry by myself in the car.
Oh.
I was fucking crazy. On the 8th day, I slept like the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that sums it up.
Yeah, but you know, like
Yeah.
I became a lot more stronger mentally and like
A lot more selective, would you say, afterwards? A lot more, at least, stronger mentally. A lot more organized.
yeah, a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, like I took more ownership of projects. Like I didn't wait for people to tell me what's happening. I just started to take ownership of everything. And yeah, I just refused to bring people onto, like, if I'm, you know, if I have a position like director, producer, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I don't want people to feel that way ever. So I mean that's
Yeah,
why my
yeah,
short
yeah,
film took
yeah.
3 years to make.
Okay.
But
I felt good at the end of that one. It was a bit of like a
Exactly.
big try. It was even before that preparation, we still had that sort of. Anyway,
yeah,
we get to that another day.
yeah, but like I'm trying to show you like the difference between like the sun and the moon sort of thing. Like because of Claire Wizard, like I would never let anything like that happen on purpose.
Yeah.
Again, so that's why my project took so much planning and yeah, I'm glad you felt good after it because that
We all
was
felt good after it.
that's what I was going for.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I didn't like. I guess on the day that I was in control, it was really hard. And like coming back home like so late too. We had to went all the way down to Wollongong.
Yeah.
That's the day at the private hospital.
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't really in control of that one. So I was just
Were any
tagging
of us
along.
ever in fucking control?
I wasn't there for one of the days. I don't remember what I was doing. Yeah,
Gulp gulp.
it's good times. Made some friends.
Yeah. No, we still yeah. Made some friends.
Yeah.
Say that for another
Yeah. Oh. Next one was windscreens. Or
Windscreens.
we looked at the costume film first.
Oh yeah, conservative costume.
Conservative costume.
You can see that on YouTube, I think.
Hey,
Yeah, conservative
links down
costume.
in the description.
Conservative with a K.
Ooh. Why K?
Because
Because
costume starts with a K.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Not like a. Okay.
5 out of 5, right?
Oh, yeah, it's
Let's
great.
move on.
I love it. It's good. It's like it's nice animation. It's like it's a little bit South Parky.
Yeah.
Oh, and the music. I really like the music. It's
Yeah.
I think a lot of good animation needs good music. Really like but yeah, no, it was a really good. It was a really good short film.
Yeah.
You made for class.
For class. That was like literally 1 week of my life. Like I would sleep at home and then I would wake up and go to uni at like, what's a dumb time?
9 a.m., 8 a.m., 7 a.m., 6
No.
a.m.
I'd go to uni at like 5 p.m.
Oh, really?
And then I'd stay there until 3 a.m.
Jeez.
I'd go home and sleep because that's when no one was there.
Right, yeah.
And I could park there and
right, yeah, of course, yeah.
no one,
like,
no one's gonna fucking, because there's only so many animation studios. So if I go there, no one's gonna be there at night except for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what
Security
I did.
didn't kick you out.
Nah. One day he was like, when I come back, you have to leave. I was like, okay.
Never came back.
Nah, you never came back.
Okay.
But yeah,
He went to bed. He just left. Went home.
I made sure to get lots of. I had 1, 2, 5. I think I had 5 friends that I recorded them playing instruments, and then I just edited sound effects with the instruments because like watching Looney Tunes and shit. It's very like musical.
Yeah.
Not musical, but like every sound effect is a musical instrument. So I went with that. Yeah.
Brings it alive. I think it really the animations. I don't know. Yeah, it brings it to life. I really liked it. I really liked the music.
Thanks, man.
It's conservative Costin. I knew Costin from high school.
Yeah, what a fucking coincidence. And here we are.
Here we are, and made a film out of it.
Here we are. Like we meet each other coincidentally.
Yeah.
I was friends with a guy that, or I am friends with a guy that Sugerman went to high school with, and then I met Sugerman not through him, and now we make films together.
Yeah.
That's our life.
That's how it is. It's destiny.
Destiny.
All right. So next one after that.
Winston.
Oh wait, should we sum up that one? We'll.
Sounds okay. Yep, sounds okay. Let me just.
Every time you sort of turn, something happens to to my left ear.
There we go. Is that better?
Sort of.
Oh, fuck.
My left ear.
Now?
Yeah, now it's good. Now it's good.
Okay, just try to not touch the wires again.
I think you get those screws, so you can like sort of screw it in. I don't know.
It's like a loose connection.
Maybe you can just like a.
I gotta super glue it.
Okay.
Maybe I should
just
sticky
do
tape
that,
it. Yeah, I should probably do
tape
that.
it in,
It's not like I need to unplug it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sum it up. 5 out of 5. That's me. 5 out of 5 rating.
Thanks, bro. I'll give it like a. No, I don't know. I didn't give the last one a number, but
Did it change you?
I don't really remember. I think I was just so intense. I think because I had to do everything nearly. Like I got help with the character design, and I got help with the music, but I put everything together like by myself. So I think I was just in my own brain for that one. I tried to plan as much as I could, but then there was a point where I was like, there's not that much point in planning because I don't need to communicate with anyone. I just do the animation on my own. I'm going to cut everything myself.
Yeah.
So
it's a good thing about animation is like, it's just you really.
Yeah.
And that's sort of a bad thing about animation sometimes.
I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
It took 1 week to do 2 minutes of shitty animation.
I think it really fit I think it really fitted it. With all the designs and everything the animation did. It's in my opinion.
I'm
an
gotcha.
animation expert, but I think like with how if it was like a really like stylish like sophisticated like figures, and then they like sort of like move like that, like maybe it's a little bit. It would be incongruent, but it feels like a very childish, not childish, but childlike South Park-esque sort of like animation sort of thing like that. Yeah. You don't want them to be like doing like really sophisticated stuff. I don't know.
Don't want to be watching Miyazaki
style.
style.
South Park Miyazaki.
Yeah.
All right. Next one was. Did we watch Windscreens next? I think so. Yeah. Windscreens. You produced that, right?
I co-produced it
with.
Again, I just
with
didn't.
Alex.
Yes.
Alex wrote it.
Yeah.
Alex Donner.
Yeah.
I
told him to take the producer credit.
Okay.
Again, because it was like there were too many. I was coming on the project, and there were too many stipulations and too many things that had already been decided. So once again, I don't want to take the producer credit when you've already done the job of deciding.
But you know, when you take the producer credit, I mean, like, it's interesting. It's very you can just be underneath his name. Like Alexander can be first, and then you can be on the second page. You know,
Oh,
and then
okay.
you can get that sort of like. Well, he did less. He did sort of like different work. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, like.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I didn't even think of that back then.
I mean, take your credits, everyone. Don't listen to him. You take the credits you deserve. Don't do what it is. It's like you're a producer. You should have taken it. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I get that was just my mindset, but yeah, like we were more organized that time. We were a lot more organized.
Definitely, we had storyboards. We had storyboards of Claire Wizard too. But
Really?
like, yeah, I remember he had those like, I don't think we used them, but he had those stick figure drawings. Someone told him to do storyboards anyway.
My mind has just blocked that part of my life.
I don't know how much we relied on that. I don't think we did it at all.
No, I think we're just like, we're gonna shoot. Fuck those storyboards.
Max just sort of like just did it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're a lot more organized. Looked nice.
There's some really great shots in there. I think we will write that out in direct sunlight, which is not very good.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're in like a desert film, it might be interesting.
Yeah.
But like we're supposed to be in the. There's we had a bit of compromise with like the script too, because like I feel like the script. I mean, like I didn't write the script, but like I feel like it would have been better in the urban area. But obviously we can't we don't have the ability to like block out a street.
Yeah.
So we didn't really have. We were using. Well, let's not go with that. But like we had to get permissions to even to shoot on.
We didn't.
Yeah, we got permissions to shoot on the side of the street, didn't we?
I don't think we got any permission.
Okay.
We didn't get any permission.
Too late. It's already shot.
We shot. Yeah, we shot in like a one. We shot in like
the police did come by once.
Yeah, and he told us
that set.
He told us to go.
The police came by twice, but the second time was a lot different. Remember?
Oh fuck! I forgot about that.
We'll get that one.
Yeah.
The police came by the first time. He's like, "You can't be here."
And we said, "Too bad." Like
it's like, all right, but you can't be here.
We said we're not going because at that point it's like we're making the fucking movie.
What are you gonna do? He's like, oh, you just can't be here. And then one of us like, oh, he's gonna come back and arrest us.
Yeah, he's gonna come back. And
he would have. You can't be here.
So
we just shut.
It was like a one-way street. It was really long street, so there was no way that we were gonna cause accidents because people can see us.
But there was actually a lot of cars that came down.
A lot and there was the only thing at the end of the street was a gun range, a shooting range.
Right, yeah. And I think sometimes, as it was at one point, like going bang.
Yeah,
bang,
because
bang,
we didn't fucking just stay at the location for a few hours to see if it's going to be noisy.
No. We thought that the shooting range was only open on the weekend or something like that. Remember, we looked at the hours of the shooting range.
Oh.
I remember, I think Abel looked at the hours of the shooting range or something like that. So Alex was like, oh, okay, it's only open on the weekend, should be fine. But it turns out people can just go there whenever and shoot.
Yeah.
I guess it's only open to the public on the weekends.
Yeah.
So, as he said, maybe we should have checked out.
Yeah, just go to the location, stay there for an hour at least.
Yeah.
And just see what happens.
It's a very or you can just work on the sound in post production.
Yeah, or you can just shoot yourself.
It's a very urban setting. The themes of conflict are throughout this sort of like film anyway. Yeah. Themes of conflict. What the hell does that mean?
Themes of conflict. That's like some Year 10 shit right there.
Yeah, you go. Got my essay done.
Oh, there were a lot of transitions, right? We love the transitions in that short film.
Yeah, a lot of good transitions there. Yeah. Sort of like flowing from one film to another, or one scene to another scene.
Yeah.
Moving from one scene to another scene can be very difficult. I find. How do you end the scene, but you don't, not like no finality, but you have to leave it off for the next bit, and then also like camera work and everything too, like make it keep flowing. We don't always succeed as we watch our films. We don't always succeed in doing it, but like No, I mean, it takes skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, those transitions were pretty good. I think, yeah, they were playing that pretty well. Some really, some really nice transitions, scene transitions, spectacular scene transitions. Check it out.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. I think it was under direct sunlight, and then we're on a street that was like. I think you think that people were dumping stuff in the forest. That were beside. That's why people kept driving in and then turning around and going back out.
Oh, there were people. Those people were coming in and then leaving because they wanted to dump stuff. But
that's what we think. We don't know. Allegedly, because there was a sign that says "No dumping, please."
Yeah, of course.
Allegedly.
Please.
So those three. First day it was like we started like at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
5 a.m. We got there like really, really early. I think because Nico wanted to get it in the morning before it got too bright.
Yeah.
But then we still had to. We shot at the end when it's too bright. But there was a rainstorm. Yeah. On the first day, and we just slept in the car.
Yeah.
That was around the time I was trying to make Real Heroes. Anyway, I remember
that's a whole another podcast.
Coming to you soon. And then the storm passed at about 11 or 12, I think. And so
we just had to shoot.
Shoot.
I remember
the street dried really fast. That's how hot it was.
I was gonna say I got so sunburnt.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I put on 10 kilos of water weight.
Oh really?
After you get sunburnt, your body absorbs as much. Like it doesn't let water go, and I put on 10 kilos of fucking water. That. Yeah.
Interesting. I remember getting really sunburnt too. We were wearing. It was like I remember wearing like jackets because like it was just like because of the sun. It's like it was hot, but you don't want to get sunburned. So you just put on a jacket. Yeah. Like you were wearing a towel. I remember that.
On my head, but my calves were actually my legs were what got burnt the most.
So many flies too. I remember that just hanging there and then flies come back, and that's when we try to figure out like what's the best way to like get rid of flies, right? Like the fly spray thing. Situation, because there was so many flies. Yeah, it was just so hot. There was so many flies, and I guess because of all that junk, the rubbish that was in the that was in the forest. There's people that's chucking like I think you rolled out something. We threw in something in there, and like anyway when we got it back out, it was like full of cockroaches. Yeah, right?
we left the bag there on the first day, and then I was like, we're taking that bag with us on the second day and throwing it out. And there were fucking cockroaches all over it. Yeah, and I was like,
"Fuck,
sorry."
That's how disgusting that place was. Yeah. That's probably why there were so many flies too. Yeah. What else happened on that day? It was very windy. Remember? I can't remember. Was it the same day? It was very windy as well.
You can see I think they did ADR.
Yeah.
But I think they're talking like nice and calm, and then their hair is like blowing. Like the lady's hair is blowing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like there's a hurricane coming.
Yeah. Traffic light falls over at one point.
The traffic light fell over. Holy shit.
Those
we just made it work.
Yeah.
With the edit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we should have. Maybe we shouldn't have edited it in, but it works with the edit.
Yeah.
But I feel like it might break it breaks the sort of like reality of the film. Maybe I'm not sure.
I mean, it was pretty silly. Like
it's a silly film. Yeah, it is absurd though.
Makes sense.
I mean, the traffic lights were absurd. They were just like basketball. Sort of like hoops stands, and then they put traffic light, and they put like cardboard traffic lights, and we got them the wrong way around. Right, it was green, yellow, red. It was race car traffic lights. It's green. It was that's a green, yellow, red, instead of red, yellow, green. It doesn't really look like traffic lights, but it wasn't really like a urban street anyway. So like, I guess it's fine. Yeah. I guess he just put it up there, and then the other guy. Well, anyway.
I think it makes sense in the context. Like, I don't. Yeah. It makes sense.
I mean, I feel like it would have been better if we sort of like someone stuck to their guns. If I was trying to make this film, I would try to as much as possible to like figure out a way to like get it done in a sort of urban area.
Yeah. Find an actual traffic.
Yeah. Try an actual traffic light. Do something about that. Something like that, because I just feel. The location wasn't right for the sing. Yeah. It's about it's like this is windscreens in an Australian dream, and it's like this whole thing is it's just like Yeah, I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
like a cartoony.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that's where those windscreen washers work. And then it's like, what would their life be like? You know, it's like and then it's like it's like this is I don't know what is it right there, whatever that's that film's about. Yeah, that yes.
Yes.
Cut out that stuttering.
That no, it's in there. It's in the podcast. We don't do cuts here. There's one episode where
it's all one take.
Or not. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's all one take, just like the film.
It's like the film, yeah.
I gotta say, for windscreens, that was like the first time that we were making that to submit to the film festival Trot Fest, and to submit to Trot Fest, you've got to meet a lot of guidelines.
Like 7 minutes. Is it less than
7 minutes?
To last. You gotta have to cut the word or whatever the word of the festival
pineapple.
is.
We had to have the
pineapple. Yeah.
But that was pretty much it. But the thing is, we were trying to make it for the audience of Trot Fest. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two,
comedies always win. I think almost all the time the comedy wins. It's the audience favorite. Yeah. And I feel like if you look at the back, it's always a comedy film.
Yeah.
Because if you go like there's like dramas, documentaries, but yeah.
It was 7 minutes as well. We all wanted it to be a bit longer. There was stuff that we cut out.
And I think it's fine at 7 minutes.
Nah, I mean, personally, there was some other stuff that...
Yeah. I don't remember. I remember there was a bit where like at home from a script. What else were those? There was a bit at the end.
That's pretty much it. But I was like... Inside, I was like... disappointed that... I mean, we tried to play to the audience and we didn't like come close. We didn't even get nominated. And that was me realizing like you don't ever like play to other people's expectations. Don't, you know, it's like if you're gonna make something, I would have rather just made it what we wanted. And I remembered that for future. Like I always just try to do what I want so that I'll be happy with it, not to get audiences approval or do it to other people's standards or
Do you think Alex and Abel were happy with it?
Yeah. Director and writer, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I sort of get. I think I sort of get why they might have accepted it. I think it's good. Like if you watch it, I think it's good. I feel like the location is wrong. I feel sometimes, like some small technical things that doesn't really matter too much, I guess. Maybe did we shoot out on the A7S2 or did we use in any case? It could have been. There's some, I don't know,
I remember.
I think maybe Alex sort of like played it up too much sometimes. Yeah.
I just realized I was very caught up in the hype when we were making it. I was like, well, we're geniuses. We're going to win. This is going to kickstart our careers.
I don't know if I was in the hype.
I was in the hype. Yeah. But again, that just made me look back and again, just like slow things down and like make better shit. Like my short film, like Park Bench, the one that we worked on sort of last, I'm actually happy with that. I'm really happy with that.
Well, I mean, I always say as long as you're happy with it, and then you got it's like number one thing is they say you're happy with it as an audience, and you got to find. I mean, he's got to got to be happy with it. Yeah,
like that feels like more for myself as opposed to trying to kickstart my career.
If you're interested in it,
you know, I was just I wanted to make that. Like I had to make that. Like that's where it came from, not to win competition or some shit.
We didn't even get to the. I think it's a good summing up. But we didn't get to the car park bit. I mean, not the car park. The car wash.
Car wash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the next time the police came.
The incident. The
incident.
Should we go over it or should we just like hang it out?
You
go. I mean, like I actually wasn't there.
What?
I know I came in when the police were coming in, but I wasn't there. Like I feel like I was like, oh, you gotta come, or the police are coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I remember, like So I think I remember being like somewhere else. Like I
Oh,
was
you
cleaning
were watching the equipment?
Yeah, the
Was
equipment.
it?
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
was watching
someone
the
had to
equipment,
always
yeah.
watch the equipment.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I
The-
think that's what I was doing. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And then like, so I wasn't there actually when all the I just came in. It's like, whoa, what's all the police?
Yeah.
I think Nico was coming. It's like, oh, I think it was Nico or someone else was coming. It's like, come on, let's go. You gotta come. You gotta come.
Yeah.
Nico left the camera rolling too. Yeah, so like we
Oh,
got it all
yeah.
on camera.
But we never,
don't know.
I've never seen it.
I don't know. I don't know who has the footage. But yeah, it's like probably A with us. But yeah, you go ahead and tell me because I came in. It's like a lot of police cars around.
Yeah. Okay,
So what happened?
So terrorist beheading videos. They put the guys that are getting beheaded. They get on their knees and they wear like red jumpsuits. And our main character had a red jumpsuit, and he was on his knees.
There was a guy in a balaclava.
There was a guy in a balaclava.
Another guy in a suit.
And then and a guy in a suit, like a fucking. There's only one guy in a balaclava, and he looks really scrawny. And everyone else is like shooting. Like everyone's got a camera out, everyone's got lights, everyone's got bounce. There's two people doing sound, and someone thought we were recording a fucking terrorist beheading video, so naturally they called the police.
Yeah. And everyone came around.
And our fucking SWAT team came. They had like a van, and they stormed out. The van backed up, and everyone stormed out. Well, they had like not handguns. They had like special, they had to hold those guns with two hands.
I don't think I missed the whole it's a whole like machine gun. Yeah, the assault rifle. Bits,
I saw some shit like I was like, whoa.
They didn't start shooting. That's for sure.
Since then, I think
then the
I've
news
always
cameras came
contacted
too.
police and been like,
yeah?
we're shooting.
Okay.
We're shooting a film.
Yeah,
Fake.
yeah. Not real.
Not real. Just in case people confuse it.
We were on a busy street, but we were in a car wash. We had permission to shoot in the car wash.
We had no weapons.
We had no weapons. We just had, and I think it was just. I guess it's a busy street, and someone just like I don't know, like. You think
Beheading?
they were serious, or you think they were just joking? Like everyone's just driving past. I don't know. You think like the person who called up that was like serious, like
Fuck that. You know what?
Or, like,
Fuck
using-
that
he's just,
person
like,
for
trying
not
to
getting
troll
out of
us.
his car.
yeah.
We didn't even have weapons. That pussy just kept driving and called the police.
Yeah. There's
I
a
would've
beheading
fucking-
going on.
If I thought there was a beheading going on with no weapons, I would have fucking
Was it just
gotten out
one
and
person
stopped
that
it.
called him, or like?
Oh, fuck, bro. I don't
And
think...
then afterwards, we hanged up like giant sort of drapes to like sort of hide it.
Oh, yeah. We hung up drapes in case there's a
Yeah.
fucking confusion.
Yeah.
In case people... Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Things...
That was a-
Yeah.
That was a great.
Yeah. We're shooting on private
Yeah,
property
there's
that
a
time.
little. Yeah, we're on private property, and I think.
I think you still need permission.
I don't think. So. I don't know. It's. I don't think you need. Yeah, it's
Officially,
always. Yeah.
I think.
No.
No?
We're on private property.
I think for noise is the...
I'm not a producer. I'm a director.
Pretty sure it's at least for noise. Like you gotta get permission and then you
It
gotta
was
write.
it was an ultralight shoot.
Oh, it was.
But yeah, we were on a very busy street, I guess.
Yeah, we were.
What else? It was a nice car wash. It was a really. It's a really nice car. It's like
Was
I don't know. Yeah, it was
nice
like
shots.
a nice. Wasn't like I don't think it was designed to look, but that's the sort of way it felt. It was just like it felt like, of course, because it was a car wash. It was. Even though we didn't do any production design for it, it just looked like. It looked like a really like sort of shitty. I mean, like no offense.
The car wash owner's listening. He's pissed.
No offense to the car. It's a rundown,
There's only two people listening. One of them's a car wash owner.
Yeah. That I really like that whole location. We should use it again. It's a brilliant car wash, brilliant place.
Yeah.
We went through the car wash twice. We went through the automatic car wash twice. Well, I don't know what happened.
It
when
broke. Something. It
Something-
broke. The
did it
fucking
break?
car. Yeah, the car wash broke, and that's why I was washing.
Was I in the car? Oh, I remember
were
I
in
was
the car.
Was I in the automatic car wash? I don't remember being in the automatic car wash.
Because you were not in the automatic car wash. You were in the car.
Yeah.
And we soaped up the windows,
Yeah.
and we were pretending that you were in the car wash because the
Yeah.
fucking car wash broke.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I had to like jump in for that scene.
I think, well, there were two shots, one of you and one of Alex.
Yeah.
And the one of Alex, you were probably outside.
Yeah. Probably why. Yeah, that's
car.
right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because like Nico would be in the car shooting Alex. Yeah. Yeah, it was just you and you can see it's you in
That's
the
my-
background, like
yeah,
soaping it up.
soaping up the fucking
Yeah.
good times.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good times. Good
Yeah,
times.
fuck,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That was a pretty fun moment.
Yeah. And then they cleaned the car, go home. Got the car cleaned.
Get the car cleaned.
Yeah.
Next film?
Yeah, next film.
What was the next film?
We watched the prequel to Clay Wizard. The one where the art comes alive.
Yeah.
Prequel in the sense that, like, was it the actor who quit on the first day?
Yeah, the actor
and
that
didn't show up.
that didn't show up on the first day.
And also the director was there as well.
And the director of Clay was there. Yeah.
Is that how you met him?
That was how I met him. Yeah, we're talking, and
It's like, you should produce my show.
I asked.
Movie.
I asked Isaac to be in Padma's short film.
Was he in it?
No, he said no. He said he doesn't do that shit anymore. He said he's only fucking in professional productions. So I got James Mitri,
Yes.
and then when I was shooting Claire Wizard, and
Did you get James Mitri from us, or was it a coincidence that we both got James Mitri?
coincidence?
Coincidence. Oh,
James
shit.
Mitri played Isaac's role on Padma's short film.
Yeah.
The one that I wanted Isaac for.
Okay. James
Then-
Mitri, which also in Excuse Me,
Yeah,
and
which
that's
we'll get to.
completely coincidence.
Which
Right.
we'll get to. And then on Claire Wizard, the guy from Shepherd didn't show up.
on the first day.
So I called up James Mitri that I met on Padma's film that was there because the director of Claire Wizard didn't want to work on it because that was amateur shit.
Yeah.
And so I got James Mitri to come on fucking Claire Wizard.
They didn't show up on the guy didn't show up on the first day.
So
That happens.
yeah, on a fucking feature
The
film.
film on the first day.
And they were rehearsing their
I'm
lines
not
the day
feeling it.
before.
I'm not feeling it.
The day before Sugerman, they all did a table read
Yeah,
the day
yeah.
before
Really?
with that guy that didn't show up.
Shit. I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it, man.
I called him because I was like, dude, what happened? Who died? Like, are you okay?
He's just not feeling it.
He's not feeling it.
Okay.
I wonder what happened to that guy.
Successful. If he felt it, and then like he's earning millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's just how you just gotta be there, and then suddenly you got the job.
Yeah.
That's not how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like you. It's like you want to be on my film. It's like, yeah, sure, okay. But yeah, that was one I haven't seen before. That was the first time for me. I was very confused, but very
It was quite confusing.
very intrigued.
Yeah.
It was very intriguing until like you had to explain to me what's going on.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wasn't. I mean, maybe it's just me. I sort of like I'm trying to figure out like, or is it the film? Like, if you just showed me a lot of confusing stuff, am I gonna like try and figure out like what's going on here? Or like
I think it's a blink and you miss it, and you blinked. You were.
the
I think-
whole first bit like goes
Yeah.
past so fast.
It goes
that,
past
yeah,
fast.
it's like,
You were look.
I
remember
didn't
you
have
looking at
time
me.
to orient myself and like
Yeah.
going like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then it's like I guess the
that's it.
first scene is always a very
Yeah.
important part. You got to orient yourself. You got to be like, what's okay. You got to even if you don't know what's going, even if you don't know what's going on, you got to have very distinctive images that's going to be on for some time so that you remember them later on. You can get like,
Yeah.
oh, that's what's going on in the beginning of the scene. I
That's-
had to skip back to the start. It's like, okay, now I'd like, okay, now that I've seen the end, start. I was like, I don't think I would have gone in anyway. Like, even if like, yeah. I don't think I would have gotten it. It just goes by so fast.
Yeah, I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, "What the fuck's happening?" Like, and I helped make it.
I don't know, but yeah.
But it's a very like what's the word like?
Who directed it?
My friend Candace Wise. Yeah.
I don't know him. Do I?
Her.
Her.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know.
She's not listening.
Okay. All right. That was for UTS as well. That's for minor project or something else.
Major project
Major project.
of bachelors.
Oh, okay. I'm not a big fan of. I mean, like actually, I don't know. Sometimes like when those birds were flying, feels like it reminded me a little bit of Birdemic.
Birdemic?
Remember?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, no, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna
It's
assume.
a B movie.
Yeah.
one of
I
those-
assumed that
the
from the name.
Room-esque films. It's sort of like The Birds from Alfred Hitchcock, but Room-esque.
Nice.
But you know, I thought it was very novel what they were doing,
Yeah.
even though I didn't really get. You had to explain to me halfway through. It's like, okay, I was like, is she crazy? Like I thought it was very. Yeah,
that was a cool like.
Is she in a mental asylum?
Yeah.
Like that? Yeah. Like no, I thought it was very like I thought it was very with all the graffiti coming to life, is moving around. It's just sort of art. I think what they're trying to do. It's very interesting. I think like it's trying to do something interesting. Like that's the point of a short film. Just like try and like experiment, figure out like what's going on. Like I mean, it's at least the point of a student film. Lost to the left. Okay, we're back with the left here. With the student film is that like yeah, you gotta like figure out what you just gotta like let's just try this and see if it works.
Yeah.
It's like okay, it doesn't work. It's like, but like at least you tried something. It's looked interesting.
Yeah.
Like now we can't like it's like you gotta be like. You're burning money now, Michael. It's like you're burning. People have to have jobs.
Yeah.
We're not in uni anymore.
Yeah.
We gotta. I mean, like people had jobs, but it's sort of like even back at uni. But like we were like this is like school. Yeah. Anyway,
there's like I mean, there's sort of an understanding.
Use your uni time right.
Yeah.
Make more films. I don't know.
I remember I made like cards, like business cards.
Oh yeah. I have that. I still have that.
But they were just like, I'll help you out on your set,
Yeah.
and I just fucking put them everywhere, and I got some calls and
Nice.
like stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Some people were like, "Oh, like you're willing to just work on any short film?" I was like, "Yeah, like I'm at uni and I don't want to waste my fucking time. I don't want to do this after uni. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to get this out of the way." Yeah.
It's a big question whether or not you should go to film school. I don't think UTS was really a film school, but it was a film course in a general in a university. I would say the most I got, like some people feel like they didn't really feel like it was a waste of money. But I know some people feel like it was a waste of money. But like at least to me, like I think every project I've worked on came about only because I went to this film school. If there's one thing that I would say is like, at least it's like if you're good at networking, then that's like then you probably don't need this course. If you're not, because you can learn everything online. I think I did learn everything online. I've been like there's like only two things. It's like networking, finding people, and this basically put me over the line. From before then, I didn't know anyone. To now, I know everyone. Like even from you, I knew Isaac. Yeah, I knew Abel, Alex, everyone else. Yeah, it was just from that, I can sort of branch out all over the place. I don't know. I think they all went to UTS though. Abel went to Macquarie. So that's one thing. Like if you can network, I mean, there's lots of places you can just go online, I guess, these days. So like, but if you can't do that, if you need some kind of structure, and the other thing is the time. If you're in uni, you're going to uni, you must just do that.
Yeah. Do as much as you can.
I guess in other countries, it's like you're paying a lot of money. In this country, at least.
I mean, you are paying, just not right now.
Not right now. You're going to be paying. I mean, like that's the same thing about like the loans a little bit less.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, the interest is less, but you're still paying heaps.
Yeah. It's still, but it's not, how much? Oh, I don't know. It's like what is it? I think it was like 24,000 for the whole course. Yeah. I feel like most things in like other countries like 100,000 like that for like the whole. So
get
like,
the fuck out.
Yeah. So I'm trying to understand. It's like, I mean, NYU. So I feel whatever. It's prestigious university, but still it's like, or was it other ones? South California. I don't know. I don't know in America.
The thing is,
I think it's like $100,000 something like that for like that course. But I guess you might get more like connections in California
not just connections.
Sydney.
You'll actually be able to make shit.
Yeah.
Like, there's something to say about film schools where you need to put a portfolio together for consideration to enter. Like, that's essentially saying
Afters, was it?
Afters. You do need. Yeah, you need to submit something.
Apologies to Afters.
It's okay.
It's our sponsor for today.
If you need to do something to even walk in the door, by the time you're like now you're in a fucking film school where only people that have already made shit and that are willing to fucking put forth that work to even get in are going to be there. Now you're all pushing each other like an even higher level. By the end of UTS, I remember I would apply for jobs and they would be like, you need to submit your portfolio, and I'd be like, I don't really have a portfolio, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and that was after I'd finished the fucking course. So I don't know. I think I'm not gonna say like, ooh, if you go to like a proper film school.
That's why they made like the film mandatory, the major project mandatory.
Yeah, which it wasn't for me.
Yeah, it wasn't for you.
And I mean, I don't.
But I think I also made it worse because like I think like some people.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I guess like you can work as a soundy, can't you, on the major project? Or
When
can
you,
you
when
work
you
as a
do the
producer?
major project.
Yeah, can you just work as a crew member?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No, you need to make your own.
All right.
That's why I didn't want to do it because it was 16 units. It was you're losing 2 subjects to do
I
one
didn't do
short
it either.
film.
I just did a minor project.
Yeah.
By the way, I didn't do it.
FYI. But yeah, I wanted to learn as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know, and I knew that I could work on other people's projects. I don't need to make my own. Like, and you know, because of that, I have like a grasp of animation. I did like advanced editing or whatever the fuck it was, post production. I prefer to just learn more than.
I think more than just learning, it's also like they got the equipment there at least. Yeah,
Exactly.
they got the animation studio that you were talking about.
Exactly.
Like you don't like you can get a lot of things. You get a lot of things on software on the computer these days. Cameras are getting cheaper and cheaper. I remember we shot first semester. We shot on this really big giant Sony cameras, and it's like I didn't. Yeah, it's like you can probably just do this on a DSLR. It's like we had these like huge like Sony EX3 cameras. I think I don't know. It's like those like really old too.
I think Francisco really liked those.
Yeah.
That documentary that I was showing you. I think we shot it on that, and yeah, he really liked those cameras. So I don't know shit about cameras still, man.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I mean, like from my memory of it, because I haven't watched it. I remember them. I was suspect they're very bulky, and they're very like I don't think that was necessary so early on, and I also don't think good is done on DSLRs. In the you're looking at the computer now, so that makes me I'm waffling on.
No, keep
I
waffling.
think I remember in the last semester they brought in Blackmagics too. They were testing out the Blackmagics, Blackmagic 4K. You missed out on that.
Who gives a shit? But I was so scared of cameras back then. I'm still scared of cameras. Like doing photography now is like my way to get over that fear. Like
I don't know. Maybe the Sony X-ray is a really great camera. To me, in my, I just remember it. I just feel like it's a little got in the way. And we never touched those after the first year, didn't we?
Bro, again, I never touched any cameras the whole time I was there.
I didn't do documentary. Oh, you said you did documentary.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I never volunteered to be the camera person for anything.
I didn't really either. I didn't learn cameras after working. I learned cameras working. I didn't learn anything about cameras while I was on set. Yeah. Afterwards, like when I was working, that's when I learned it. Just in the that's
What film are we talking about?
We're talking about your film, the animation one. Sorry, we got
no, Shepherd. Yeah,
Shepherd. I was saying live action animation sort of thing. So yeah, I was very confused. I really like being confused. But like so that was fine for me. But yeah, I wouldn't have gotten the film. I don't think so. Like you explained to me halfway through, I was like, okay. I think maybe too much time at the shooting. There's a term that I saw from Red Letter Media called shooting the rodeo. Too much time going around shooting that like a festival. Yeah, she's just wandering around. Like it could have been like.
It felt very emotive. It wasn't a narrative. It was like something else.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a story. It was.
And so like when that bit ended, it's like, oh, it's still going.
And assault. Yeah.
It's like we spent so much time here. Like I don't know. Yeah.
Characters exploded at the end. It was.
That's right. Yeah.
I know you're the only.
That was so cool.
You're the only other one other than me that laughed at that.
Yeah, it's amazing. No one else thought it was amazing.
No one else fucking laughed. They're like, yes,
incredible.
This is the work of a literary genius. This is just, everyone's taking it so seriously.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was like. I get it. It was like these are corporate people.
Yeah, we're going to explode them with art.
Yeah, like, Yeah, I didn't realize. I was like, I guess somehow I missed Shepard at the beginning. So when he came back in later on, I was like, oh, that's the guy.
Yeah.
He painted her at the beginning.
Yeah.
She became real.
Dude,
Yeah.
we should have been watching the films in real time and responding to that would have been a way better podcast.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, next one.
We don't have the resources.
No, it was like we were in the bad sound room.
Yeah. Fucking Jamie, bring it up.
Yeah.
Bring it up. Bitch.
Yeah, look at that.
Pull that
look
shit
at
up.
Look at that. Ever seen a moose killer? I don't know. I just saw that clip.
A dolphin.
Dolphin, yeah, moose killer dolphin. I don't know.
Ever seen a moose eat a lion? Sorry, let's
saw that clip. I've been watching it now. I just see those. Yeah, it's sum up.
Sum up.
What do you think? Oh no, I've got to sum up my experiences soon.
I think it was like all production value, all like weird storytelling, experimental storytelling. I don't know, man. I think I just have such a weird memory of half these films because I just felt so uninvolved yet so I'm just there waiting for them. I'm just showing up and the film is just completing itself. I'm not really.
You were doing things, you were organizing things, were you?
I don't know, man. I remember there's this one time where we needed string to like tie up the camera stand or some shit.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I'll just go for a walk and go get some string. And I was like, yeah, I'm contributing. This is filmmaking. But, it's like, I don't know. I felt like it all passed me by. It just fucking went by, all this stuff. And like, I didn't really learn too much from it. Not too much consciously, but subconsciously, it made me stronger and...
Networking, of course.
Yeah. You just need to be around. You just need... I was faking it. I was faking it, and eventually... You keep faking it until it's real.
Just being there. Because and I remember, like, I didn't do that much, like, until on projects. But I think after I started doing on projects, I really got... I think in my second semester, was it third semester we did projects? What did Tanika do, Blue? I'm just trying to remember now. Let me think. Did she do it in the second semester? No, she did it in the third semester. Yes. Yeah, okay, in the third semester. So that's when I started my own... I think that's when everyone was doing their projects in the third semester. And I started my own project, and that's when you were doing your projects. And that's when I was doing Pillow Talk. So you were doing that at the same time as Pillow Talk, were you? Or you were doing that semester before. You were like right in there, right? You were right in there from like second semester.
I did. That was second semester.
And I think other people were, but I wasn't. Yeah. I felt like I came in like someone asked me, it's like, oh, I don't know. You want to produce this? It's like, oh, I don't know. I don't think I have any skills. And then later I was like, what am I talking about? Like, I just do it. So I just said like, sorry, yeah, I'll do it.
I could always do sound.
Yeah.
Because that was all I did in my bachelor's. Because no one ever wanted to do sound, and I never wanted to touch camera. So I thought if I did sound, that's my ticket to getting a role and not having to fucking touch camera.
Yeah.
So I'd always did sound, and then.
Like, I didn't do Pillow Talk in my third semester, did I? I did it in the.
You did it.
Yeah, I did it in my third semester. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Really, but I was there.
You were there, yeah.
But your third semester was after I finished.
No, we have 3 semesters full time. I think I stretched it out to like 4 or even 5 semesters.
Oh, okay.
No, I stretched it out to 4 semesters, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I did my minor project in the third semester, and I just did directing. In the last semester, I did directing, which is interesting. And advanced moving image. I did it backwards.
Nice.
I learned about directing afterwards. You can just choose whatever you want to do. There's no structure to it. Yeah. As I was saying, it's got to be there. I think when I worked in that short film, I knew James beforehand, but I didn't really know James. And then I started driving James, and then that's how James got on. Because I was looking for a DOP. It's like, who can DOP my project? And it's like, hey, and it's like, and I asked Tanika. I was like, oh, ask James, ask Jimmy. It's like, oh, okay, I'll ask James. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and that's how I knew James, and then sort of how I knew you better as well through James.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I saw you around, but yeah.
I
talked to James. I talked to James like once or twice beforehand, but yeah, not until that project, things really started to going on. You know.
I always noticed you around. Sure.
Yeah, I was always around. This is in the background. Yeah. Because we all lived near the same area, Herthville.
Yeah,
and,
we started taking the train back home
together.
as well
Yeah.
with Ben.
I asked you to. Well, let's go back. We'll talk about Pillow Talk later on. Let's go. We already summed it up. Did we sum it up? Yes.
Pillow Talk?
No. Did we sum up the?
Yeah, we summed
it
up.
up.
Shepherd.
Yeah, Shepherd. Always just be there, and then particularly when you're starting out.
What's next?
They're like, excuse me. Did we? Was that the
Excuse
finale
me.
for all of your
Yeah.
films? Yeah, we didn't went to excuse me. That's what I was more involved in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I barely did anything.
You had the cameo appear at the end.
James Mitchell was in this one.
James Mitchell was in this one.
Mitchell, who was in Claire Wizard, and he was in
Yes.
Padma's Project.
He was in this one.
He's in this one.
And then he's also been in. And I remember recently I was hearing about James Mitchell's in this one too. Like I remember I was hearing from Abel like, oh yeah, James Mitchell will be there. It's like, oh okay, he's still around. He's still around. Yeah, he just shows up everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean that's something for acting as well. Is like just turning up is half the battle. If you're like, hey, someone calls you, like, okay, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. He has a good voice too. It's a very deep voice. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after James worked on my project, he asked me to help out on his project, and after I worked on Blue, he asked me to help out on his one next semester. And I was pretty much involved from the beginning. I mean, he also was involved producing as well.
Is this your first sort of like producing first AD sort of role?
No, I was doing producing on Tanika's project as well last semester.
Yeah.
She asked me like straight like, you want to produce this? Like yeah, as I said before, I was like I wasn't sure with it. Yeah. But then I was like, what the hell? And yeah, it was great fun. Made some mistakes, but we didn't watch that one. I don't have a copy of that one. I think she was too shy to show it.
Really? I remember watching that. She used an actor. She used like not a well-known actor, but like he's in a lot of shit.
Yeah, he's sort of like yeah. Around Australia and sort of like
When I was working at Event Cinemas, there's like training videos, and he's in the training video playing
really?
like an angry customer.
Yeah. I remember later on. I was working on another short film much later on after I graduated where like he showed up as like in one scene as an angry customer, he was an angry door knocker person. He was like,
Door knocker.
hey, I'm here to sign up things. I got angry because people were confused. We didn't see that one, so let's not talk about it. He's been around, but he just came out from Star Now.
Yeah,
I think
if you go to Star Now, he's on the first page. If you just click talent, he's on the first page.
Hire him.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name, but you'll find it. You see him. You'll notice.
He's a guy with a face.
Yeah. With the face. Yeah.
There's only so many people on the first page. He's one.
Those control the whole of Star Now.
Yeah,
they're in every short film ever. What else? What can we talk about this one? Yeah, I mean,
you making.
I was pretty involved. I remember being somewhat involved in it. Yeah.
You made up a lot as you went along.
Well, what do you mean?
Shots. You changed the script.
Did we change the script too much? Or are you talking about?
You said there were. Yeah, you said there were meant to be two characters at the end.
I think we were. I don't remember if that was after we casted her or before we casted her. I definitely when during the rewrites. I'm pretty sure in the first draft it was just them two, but after because I don't know if it was just because I remember it was a little bit. I think it was a little bit lacking in the second half.
Yeah.
But so I remember. I don't know if but I do think it was because of her that we definitely put her into the second half of the film. Yeah.
Like what she was bringing to.
I don't think she was. Yeah. She was pretty good. Yeah. I think as definitely if we basically made her the third cast member, I'm pretty sure that was after we casted her. Yeah. But obviously, people they were rewriting the whole time. So
really.
I mean, I wasn't rewriting the whole time, but the script gets rewritten. Even after the casting process, it might get rewritten again, but I'm not. Yeah, I can't remember exactly if it was rewritten I can't remember exactly the chain of events, but I feel like it's because of her performance that we added her into like the final bits.
Yeah.
And I think she's great. She's good.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name. we should have no subtitles. She's a good actress. I think she was like, that's probably, I think it was in like just a hobby for her, if I remember correctly.
Gotcha.
I think she did some other things like investing.
What?
I don't know, something like that, and like, or maybe something else, and then like, but yeah, she was pretty good, and so, yeah, and like, yeah, it's, you don't, they were like, I think those are actors you don't really see too much on Star now too. Yeah, those two actors. Sometimes you gotta dig a little bit to get like the good, or you gotta dig elsewhere to get like some good actors. Not that not that there's like lots of terrible actors on there, just that like
you gotta put some effort in.
You gotta put some effort into like finding the right actor for the right role too.
Yeah. Do you find?
I remember, yeah, we had a bit of I remember the casting process.
Did you guys have like the characters completely shaped before casting?
I don't know if like the female. I think we had like I don't want to speak for James. In my mind, I think definitely the casting, definitely for the I can't remember her name. The woman character, I think definitely was shaped a lot more. Like she definitely brought a lot more to the role.
Yeah.
I think maybe the two main characters we definitely had like a sort of an idea on.
Yeah.
Already, from what I remember and from what my point of view was, obviously not speaking as a producer. But yeah, definitely think that like we had some good actors, but then when she came in, she
brought something different.
She made it her own. She was a lot younger than everyone else, but like she definitely like brought it. Yeah, she definitely made it her own like role.
That's crazy because I from watching that I'm like, oh, obviously this character's been like fleshed out, at least in the way they need to act and behave.
Yeah,
maybe not their backstory or whatever and all that shit,
No.
but she had a very black and white performance that she needed to give. But you're telling me now that she brought a lot of that.
She brought a lot of it. I mean, like, I think the idea that you can see her always sort of glide into scene. I think that was in the script.
Oh yeah.
I think that was already there beforehand and stuff like that. But I think she sort of brought it to life basically and sort of added her own sort of spin on it.
From what I remember, she would never walk.
No, she
never
walked. So see, that's why originally she was just all in the office. That's right. So like her sliding around sort of makes a little bit sense like outside the office too. But like, you know, it still worked. I guess.
And to do that, we had her on a skateboard, right?
We hired 2 dollies and we had her on a second dolly. Yeah,
we had her on a dolly, and someone was pushing her around. And
yeah,
obviously they're out of frame, but it just gave the impression
I
that
was
she was
pushing. Was it I or maybe someone else was like pushing her around or someone else? So, yeah. A lot of people were pushing her around.
It was a cool effect.
Yeah. It's a neat sort of character. Definitely for the office, brings her around into like the office. She just sort of glides around the office and sort of suddenly appears. Like a bit of an omen. It's that office was all at UTS too.
What?
That was
really?
at UTS. Yeah, that office was at UTS. It was like I think it was in building 1 on the 6th level. I don't know how we found it. I think through the teachers, through the lectures. I think they're like, oh look, this is the office. Sometimes they use this as an office room. I don't know what it was used for. I think it was like maybe just like I don't know. I guess it might have been knocked down because I rebuilt it. I think maybe it was in building 2 or building 1, so it might have been knocked down.
Yeah.
It was like an abandoned sort of section, used for something at some point. But that was all like I was at UTS.
Looked like a legit office building.
It does. It did. It was really, really. And like as you can see, we had a whole like dolly. We had a whole tracking shot through it. It feels like it felt really like a really big. And it's mostly abandoned.
Yeah.
It's an abandoned section of it. Yeah, that like I think one of the lecturers like said, oh here, try this place here. It's like with a suit. It's like yeah, it's pretty good.
So many films were just shot at UTS.
Yeah. You can get a lot of things out of like a lot of versatility. Yeah. Once you lose that location, it's really hard to like once you're out, pull things out of and also lose that sort of like, oh, I'm doing something for UTS. Yeah, that was a fun. I remember we had no production design. We just like did our own production design.
Yeah.
Well, maybe someone like helped out putting our stuff up there. Actually, no, there was a production designer. Sorry. Yeah, but like we all helped out. This like sort of putting out props and everything. There was a production designer. Yeah. The driving scenes. We had a lot. We did a lot of editing in that one. I really like it. I really like looking back, and it's nice, nicely well lit. Sometimes some of the lighting. No. I remember like you can see her like I think in the back seat. I think the light is aimed too low.
It was
too
like,
much on the chest.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit weird.
It's quite dramatic.
I think it wasn't supposed to be like that. But like firstly, I don't think we couldn't like fit in the car. I think for like any backseat shot, like we put the camera on a dash cam and they just drove around.
Yeah.
So we couldn't really have any control over that.
Yeah.
And also I think it may be like we just were limited by the space at a time.
Yeah.
I remember we were trying to figure out if we could do it green screen in James's garage. We would like do test shots in James's garage, trying to like with his friend Rob, who was the first AD for the first day and the second day. Was he there on the second day? I can't remember if he was there on the second day, but he was definitely the first AD for the first day. He's busy. He works a lot. But like he met James on a different film that James got through another project he was working on.
Yeah. Anyway,
from UTS, then he got into that with that film, and that's how he met Henning too. So like just take the projects. Like when you're younger, you should take the projects.
Just fucking say yes.
If you we did those test shots. We sort of did rocking and like green screen. Tried to light the green screen.
How did it end up?
I think it was just too hard and just like I said, just too difficult. It was at nighttime. But yeah, so we just sort of like did it in the car, which may or may not be less than legal.
There was like it was obviously just so dark in the car. Like it's hard to, and the lighting was very like dramatic. You couldn't really. There was no soft lighting.
Yeah.
Not that I know anything about lighting, but just.
But I think it looks it dramatic for that sense for that character.
Oh yeah.
It makes sense, a lot of sense actually.
I felt. Do you remember when like the two guys are having a conversation and like he's getting closer and closer to figuring out that he is like a brony and
spoilers.
Spoilers. And the camera's like panning. And like it's like harsh lighting on their faces, and it looks like it's just in that moment of like a detective film where like he finds out he's talking to the killer, and it's not like he's not a witness, he's the killer, and like the camera's panning, and it's like oh shit, but it's just like he's just it's not that.
Sometimes comedy isn't just like it's that sort of drama. Anyway, it's
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Yeah, and that sort of bit where the sort of like the garage door sort of opens. It's a manual one, I think it was too. So we had to pull it up. it was like sort of, and sort of light comes out and the smoke comes out. Yeah, we had a lot of fun editing that. I remember it was like we had some sound bits. We had to like try and like get different sound clips and like put them underneath characters. I remember doing that. James did most of the editing, but I helped out a little bit. And then like we were like trying to figure out like how to like transition from a shot in the car to a shot later on in the car, and
he's bad.
But I think we did that one. I think we got that one well. I think like sometimes I think we had too many good shots, and like I think sometimes we just put in all the good shots. And it's like, well, maybe we shouldn't have cut to her. Like, what's the point of cutting to her? Even though it's a really good reaction. Yeah. But it's like, I think it sort of takes us out of it now. Maybe maybe like that's the hard part of editing. Is like, oh, this is a good shot. This is a good reaction. This is a good shot. This is a good shot. It's like, how do we, like, and sometimes you got to think about, is this
close,
helping?
You're too close. You need to be a bit more removed.
Is this, and like, I think, and also, but I also think, like, you got to remember, like, you got to serve the greater story.
Yeah. I think looking at Shepard and seeing that scene where I was like, dude, there was too many cuts there. It's like the girl getting up and there was like cut. It was like 4 cuts and she had not even gotten up yet.
Yeah.
From like lying down.
I would say that it's disorientating. But that may be that's what, for me, I got out of it. Like, oh, it's disorientating. It's almost like she's a little bit confused. But yeah, there's a lot of cuts. Yeah. It's and I don't know. To me, it was like, what was this disorientating?
But sorry, the point I was gonna make was like the other side of it is like we're talking about films where the takes are too long, and now, it's either it's too long or there's instances of like, it's too long, and then there's too many cuts.
Too many cuts. And it's just like it's not like there's no hard and fast rule. It's like, what are you trying to? It's the message you're trying to bring. It's like it's the story overall.
I feel like it's very dramatic. Like we go very dramatic one way. It's like we don't know how to just be normal, and then use the dramatic effects to our advantage. We just come in too heavy sometimes as like students, I guess.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. I mean, like, that's part of being a student, is that you lean too hard on one or the other side, or like, you go too much into something, and then you don't know. You can't find that sort of middle ground area versus yet. You're sort of like, you just gotta like find that sweet spot. It's difficult to find. So maybe as a student in film, you should just do something like straight comedy or straight drama. Anyway, but no, you should like try more to like get it. Anyway, whatever. I don't know. Trying to find 5. I like it. I like the experience. It was fun. We. I mean, like, I see some mistakes there. I know. I mean, like, I can be a little bit removed from the script too, because like it's not really. I didn't write it. I produced it. I helped with the editing. Every part I'm critical of is like there's editing bits that I'm pretty sure that I did. Like I'm critical of.
Yeah.
I know, but James was there too. I'm pretty sure James would say maybe like maybe it was James. Yeah. Anyway, but like it's not like I was editing myself. It was like James was there as well. We couldn't really figure it out like 100%.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was neat. You don't have to try so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it was. You don't have to try so hard, as in like you don't have to try for like a really deep, meaningful script. It's just silly. It's just, I mean, not silly, but it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's good performances. Good camera. Overall, good performances. Good camera work. Great cameo from like you need that cameo from Michael
and from you as well,
and from me, and from James Mitri.
Everyone was cameoing.
Aaron cameoing there. I think I'm there as well on a wig at some point.
Dude, this is the beginnings of the next show that we're gonna make.
I think I might actually be there in the wig as well. Like, cause like we didn't have enough people, so I think I did a second time. I don't know if we used that shot.
Everything though.
I don't know if we used that shot. I remember I was wearing a wig at some point, like in the background, just so like
we need to actually.
You couldn't reuse me so many times.
We need to address your account every time we're doing a short film. We find a way to put you in it. What's
I don't know.
In one or more cameos.
I'm not sure why you do it.
in windscreens, you play 2.
I have
you get
2 cameos in windscreens. Yeah. Do I have 2? Oh, I do. I do have 2 cameos. Yeah, I forgot about the powers.
Everyone
in the car.
just wants to put you in the movie. Like,
yeah, I remember playing this. I forgot about the powers playing. It was in the car. Yeah. I don't really have a cameo in car park. Oh no, I do have a cameo in car park. I don't have a cameo in park bench.
Yeah, that's because we weren't fucking around.
I was the bench.
You were the bench.
I was the bench. Yeah.
There's that one shot where you were the bench.
Yeah. Anything to sum up from it? I think I did sum up that way. Yeah, it's just like don't have to be so deep and meaningful. but just perfect what you're doing right now. What you I think a good approach is just to like have a little bit of fun, but also sort of like, and then try and like perfect just the general technical. It's a good idea technically just have something that perfect that part.
Yeah.
At least. I mean, not technical. I mean, just like get it sort of
Yeah.
right. Yeah, get it right. Yeah. Instead of trying, maybe
Just if you're gonna fucking practice, you might as well have fun while you're practicing. Don't try to make Shakespeare.
Yeah, don't try to do something that's so like. I mean, you can either experiment, like go really far out and experiment on something like really crazy, but yeah, it's not like you're trying to make, something like, like if you don't write too much about like what's the deeper meaning to this, or like what's the purpose of this. It's maybe the purpose is to have fun. Maybe the purpose is just to like try stuff out. Yeah. Try stuff out like that experimental film, or let's have fun, like this film. Have fun, and it looks good. 5 out of 5, yeah. 5 popcorns.
5 popcorn
5
kernels.
popcorn butters, yeah, kernels.
Butters. What was next?
What's next? Oh, okay. So next one was my.
It was
film.
your one, yeah.
My film is Pillow Talk.
Do you have any spare pillows? We can put one up in the studio.
We have a lot of spare pillows.
Put one up right there for people to see.
Selling them for
on
like
on the camera.
Yeah, here it is. Oh yeah. I've probably got the images still of the actual drawing.
Yeah, but the pillow will actually help with the sound reverb or whatever.
Yeah,
acoustics.
Maybe I should give you that, or I can replace that with replace that with the giant mobile phone that I propped.
Yeah.
You can I'll give it to you. Yeah. Next time you
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 is great.
The opening.
Why
was the opening weird?
Well, firstly it was weird because like we had no idea how we were lighting it. This is before Pillow Talk. We had no idea what we were doing for the lighting. That's one reason why it's so weird.
Yeah.
It was like no one really knew. It was like, okay, I think we just put the light here, and then I guess it's dawn, it's morning or evening. So we just put the side. I don't know. It's sort of like very, very strange.
Yeah.
And I guess I think I had a lot of script issues. I had a sort of an idea. I remember having a lot of problems writing the script, as always.
Yeah.
And then last minute, I was like, I need a script for like class. Like I need a script by next few days to actually make the film.
Yeah.
So my friend told me at the end. And this is just. And a lot of the good parts of my friend. I credit to my friend, like the whole argument scene. I think a lot of it was written by him, although I wrote some of it too.
So sure. It's alright. Yeah, I feel like you're struggling too much for words.
So
the opening was difficult because of the lighting.
That's a technical issue. Opening was difficult because it was hard to figure out a way to get into the story.
The story, yeah.
It was hard for me to jump into the story. I don't think and thinking back today, I was looking at script, I still have a little bit of struggle trying to figure out how do we start the story.
Yeah.
Maybe we start it's and that was a very I just never really got it. Even today, for a while I was thinking of rewriting it.
Yeah.
But I think
you've said that a few times over the years.
But now I'm pretty now that I've actually tried, I was I think it's a little bit too regressive to rewrite it. I think I think I should just just let it be. Yeah, just don't worry about it. I mean, I came with some good ideas, but to add on to it. It's well, what is the opening? Is the opening him moving in? Is the opening and Emily's going Emily's going I can't believe this my brother's gonna move in now, and cause her boyfriend dumped her.
Yeah.
She moved out, and so and then now Ben's moved in, to occupy room.
The boyfriend moved out.
The boyfriend moved out. Yes.
She's there.
She's
her
there.
brother moves in.
Her brother moves in.
Yeah, and she's pissed.
She's pissed at her boyfriend.
Oh, but she's pissed at her boyfriend.
She was pissed at her boyfriend. She was her boyfriend at the start, but she was also pissed at having Ben being there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and Ben's so happy because because that's another thing. Is that Ben is no, he's not an incel. He's a
An incel.
he's not an incel. He's a weeb. He's what do you call it? What do you call him? He's an otaku. He's that. He's like. I forgot all about that sort of sword fighting thing. That was pretty fun. Cool. Yeah, and so like, she would think that like he would be like, nobody loves me, women, whatever. But like he's all happy and fun and like and he's all together and but the reveal is that he's in love with a pillow.
Yeah.
He's given up on women. He's now just he's doing it for pillow, and my whole like big idea was that like is that we're sort of relating to like we're in love with objects a lot of times and like and so like, she's in love with the idea of her ex-boyfriend and he's in love with this idea of a woman.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to like make that sort of like, but I never got it. Like it never came about.
Now that you say that, it's fucking genius.
No, yeah, it's yeah. Thank you.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. It just never came out in the writing. Like it never completely came out, and it's like it's like. But I just gotta let it be. Maybe like one day, if like I need to make something quick, I'll like pull that back out and try and like fix it. But for now, it's like I think for now, and like just keep it. Yeah. I think as you can see, like I tell you that, and like it's a good idea. You might sort of understand it now.
Yeah.
But like it's like it just wasn't like completely there at the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it's hard. You can't spell it out.
Yeah.
But you gotta like get it, but you can't like spell it out.
Yeah. You don't want to spell out what it's about.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's like hitting yourself on the head. Like
No one likes those types of preachy. It's like comes off as preachy. Too obvious.
So pillow
talk.
Made the pillow talk. How I learned how to make those pillows with the iron on like stickers, and that's how we made the shirts in the brownie scene. James shot that one. What else? I remember some parts I was pretty stressed out a lot because I was producing and directing. I don't think I was the best director at the time. At some points, I was just too stressed out, and I wasn't even, like. But thankfully, I had a friend out there to help me out. The one who helped co-write the script. He also was there to help me out sometimes to give instructions when I was too stressed out about everything going on. And I guess I wasn't that confident at the time. Am I confident now? We'll have to find out. What else?
Do a lot of script drafts, so
a lot more script drafts. I think it was only like 4 drafts from that one.
What? Dude, now you do like fucking 20 drafts.
You just gotta find the story first. What else? What else can we talk about that one?
It moved very fast, I think.
Yeah. I like that it moves fast.
Yeah.
I liked all the scene transitions.
Yeah, there were lots.
I like how it moved from one scene to the other scene to the other scene to the other scene. Maybe.
Thanks. You're welcome.
That's the only good part of it. I think the mobile phone scene was too much. Maybe too much. Sort of like knocking on your head. It should have the dream sequence of the mobile phone. To me, it was like maybe
in practice.
It's like too much dialogue there. Like just remove all the dialogue. We had that whole like and then on the other hand, like sometimes things weren't explained so much. It was like I was trying to just do it all through visually and no dialogue as well. Like her like reaction to like what's on the phone. And we don't even see that until like after the argument. You notice that I don't know if you actually really got it, that he found someone else.
I remember us having this conversation. I was like, what's happening on the phone? When I was editing, I was like, what's happening here?
Okay.
Yeah. Or like you were explaining
we need a closer shots of the phone.
Yeah.
Closer shots of the check from windscreens.
Close-ups.
Close-ups.
Cutaways.
More close-ups. We should have... I think one of the things, by the way, is that like when you're shooting on these cameras, they've like got very small screens. And so you think it's like a really huge close-up.
Yeah.
But like you gotta be closer, man.
You gotta be closer.
I don't know. Maybe that's me from a director's point of view. Like, oh, that looks pretty close.
I think, yeah, no.
For my first time shooting it, it's like I looked at it, that looks close to me. And then afterwards, like, oh, that's that. Yeah, I guess it should have been closer.
I think in my bachelor's, I was taught don't look at the LCD screens.
Yeah,
Like you're looking through the camera,
Mhm.
like that's what you got to trust.
But some cameras don't have that. Like, yeah.
Some don't. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I think
And, like,
I was
even if-
using tape in my
Yeah.
bachelor's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
There's like a special
Digital
tape.
tape? DV
Maybe.
tape?
Yeah.
Or like something like that.
It
Yeah.
was like one that's like has so much more time recording than any
Okay.
digital thing. It's like they still use that technology because it just can record so long without needing to change it.
But it's magnetic, right? Magnetic tape.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know shit about cameras.
Okay.
All I was like, all I
When,
remember was
when did
being
they
like,
make those cameras though?
I don't know. It's still like that's what I mean by it's still. I'm pretty sure they still use that, or at least they used it like in up
For like TV?
recent. No. They'll use like it's just up to preference. Like because if you use that, you don't have to ever fucking change the thing. You don't have to change SD cards. You don't have to change digital cards. Nothing. Like that will last as long
So
as you.
so you didn't record onto camera. There's like you plugged into something else and you're recording into that.
No.
right?
The camera has tape in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. Fuck. Maybe.
for my, I mean, like I know, like I know that sometimes that you just get a cable and.
And then the thing is,
This is our limit of our knowledge.
the
We do
tape-
short films. We don't work
yeah.
in TV production, but I don't think they shoot on.
but the tape, I said the camera, as when you can put it on the computer because the tape
Okay.
feeds through the camera, which then gives a digital thing on the computer.
Okay.
But it's still a tape in the fucking camera.
You went to Western Sydney, right?
Yeah.
Which they had TVS.
Yeah, they have TBS, and I
Channel
did
30.
nothing.
Okay.
I did nothing because I fucking hated uni back then. That's why when I got to UTS with you guys,
I wish
was
I
like,
wish I had a chance to like put something on TVS. I gotta be
yeah,
honest.
bro, we could have. There's so
they,
many.
they killed that. They killed that off.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't exist anymore.
Motherfuckers.
It's like I think because of streaming now. But so something like that. Yeah. So like I mean like we didn't have any of that at UTS. No TV channel.
Crazy now that I think about it.
Yeah, they had a community TV channel at Western Sydney. Until the government removes funding and then they didn't have any more.
Classic.
TVS used to be channel 30, I think.
31.
Channel 31, right? Yeah. They used to. I remember. I think as when I was young, they were playing like a very maybe it was a Chinese version of Journey to the West. Might have been shot in like the 80s or 70s in China or something like that. I don't know.
Wow.
It was Journey to the West. They were playing that
Crazy.
on channel. I remember seeing some of that. Yeah. What were we talking about? Tape, pillow talk. Close-ups, right?
Close-ups.
Yeah, we just like I was looking at the screen.
want
I think
closer.
need to be closer. It's not close enough. If it's supposed to be watched on an iPhone screen, it's supposed to watch an iPhone screen.
Okay, Scorsese.
Uh,
Martin Scorsese is gonna kill us when he listens to this.
What else can I say about it? I don't think I can say much about it. Yeah, I mean, like that's where I learned that like sometimes, actors know like what to do. You gotta listen to actors sometimes, and like
Really?
yeah, I mean, like sometimes the actors like, oh, I wouldn't do this. Like, oh, I mean, like, but then how would you know? Like, no, my character wouldn't do this. I as I wouldn't do that. Like as a sibling as well. It's like and it's like afterwards, like, well, I guess we just do it that way. Like, it's like
What was the thing?
And
What
like
was
you're
the
right.
situation?
It was just like I wrote like in the bit because I'm a single child. I wrote that like she sort of like sort of like a it's patting him on the shoulder, something like that. It's like she wouldn't like near the end, and like it's like yeah, of course, in the announcing the sibling wouldn't do that. Like like you're just hanging out, But the fact that they're hanging out is potent enough at the end of the film where they're sort of at oppositions that they're together at the end is strong enough. Don't need to actually have that sort of physical interaction.
Yeah.
They weren't like
Classic.
yeah, but it's like, yeah, of course, that makes sense. Sometimes you gotta listen to like what they're saying. Actors, they know what they're talking about.
I know it.
Also, they're siblings. I don't have we don't have. I don't have any siblings, so.
Gotta listen to siblings.
Yeah, I had a cameo. Had a cameo in those beer bottles.
Yeah, I remember that. Had a cameo in that as well. You have a cameo in everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was. I sort of hate it.
What?
I sort of hate the writing, but you know, it's talking about it. I sort of hate the writing. I don't really like to watch it, but I don't really like to watch anything that I put my heart into. As I said, like I don't think I fully realized it as best as I could. And that led to my the next 8 years of drought.
Fucking,
Yeah.
Writing
I
and
don't think I
rewriting.
fully realized it. And yeah, and then like but you know, like I had a lot of fun on it. Exploding that pillow in that scene, that was really cool. That whole long take. I wish we could have. Maybe we should have. I wish we could have maneuvered more in that scene and get more of the characters' faces. But also that sort of maybe with dialogue as well. Like you could have like you could whip to her and like she have a very long bit and you go back to him. Maybe like instead of having to go backwards and forward so much.
Yeah, so you could.
So he could like.
Do you think that happens in the script? Do you think that's like, fuck?
Something that's gotta
You've written something, but like now the place that you're gonna shoot it in is too small for everyone to be in the same shot. So now you got to figure out this way of shooting where it's just a bit weird. Do you think in the future we should go back to the script and change it for the location?
Script should always be. I think the script is always going to be changed throughout up to like shooting, and as I say, even in the editing, it's getting changed. Scripts never finalized. There's a way like there's like sort of like you can sort of lock in the scenes, and then you can sort of as not to make your work job a nightmare, and you start making 1A, 1B, 1C, and all those changes. But yeah, I definitely believe the script is going to be changed. Is never going to be locked in.
Yeah,
it's going to be changed like for the location, for the actors, for everything. For the time. You know, you're gonna have to change stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, and maybe I should have like. But yeah, it's first time. You can't really like say like, oh, I should have done this, should have done that. You know, yeah, you're gonna make some mistakes. I think maybe I shouldn't have been so ambitious with my ideas. Yeah, okay. Pillow talk. And then finally, should I put? Is there anything you want to add?
No, I think you put it.
Okay. You edited that one.
I edited that one. Well, yeah, that's what I. That's
I got you to do it because like, did you ask or did I ask you? I don't remember. We're on the train, and I said yes, and then I said no, and I said yes.
I remember that. Yeah. Oh no. Yes, I get it. Yeah.
And then I changed my mind. I was like, I want to edit it.
Yeah.
And then later I was like, I changed my mind again. It's like, yeah, okay, no. I don't want to. You can do it. You should do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I said something like we'll edit it together, but then I realized I fucking hate editing with other people.
Okay.
I think after that. No, it was because there was a project in my bachelor as well. It was like a 3-man edit, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Like,
I don't know. Sometimes two people edits can be fun. It depends.
Yeah,
maybe 3 people are too much.
On windscreens.
Depends. On
sat in a seat.
Yeah.
Abel was editing, and I was saying, "Do this, do this, do this." Like, so I can do that. I can say, "Do this, do that," or I can do it by myself.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I'm very particular with cuts. And timing. I know exactly what I want, and if I don't get what I want, it looks very weird to me, to my eyes. I'm like, that cut is half a second too long. It annoys me. Yeah.
I did mess around a little bit afterwards.
You just tried my way. You pulled a George Lucas.
Yes, I did. I messed around a bit even after like UCS. I messed around a little bit more with the color and everything. But yeah, and I think I was thinking about like, but yeah, I was like, nah, let's not do that much. I think James is like, I skilled up a little bit. Let's try and recolor it. And then like, yeah,
just do a new thing.
Yeah, but yeah, I think most of it was just your stuff, and I think I just sometimes I just like tweaked like frames or sometimes, and then yeah. Yeah, that was Pillow Talk.
Pillow Talk.
And then finally,
fuck man.
Finally,
I was the reason I was laughing before was because I just randomly thought of this one.
Okay,
that's why there was like a random laugh I did earlier because I thought of this.
Finally, we watched The Cleaner.
The Cleaner.
The Cleaner.
which was Pui's movie.
Pui's
film that you worked on actually. I didn't work on.
I mean, like,
Well, you were.
I worked a little bit on it.
You got a cameo.
And then I sort of like pulled away a little bit because I think it was Pui just wanted to do her thing and like just do it all by herself, like your animation, as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I wrote lots of different bits. I'm the cleaner. I did the payoff thing. I'm the cleaner.
You did the payoff. That was such a good. That I was gonna say that a lot of our films don't have repetition and they don't have like payoffs. Like if something was in the film at the start, we'll never see it again.
Yeah.
If something happens at the end, there was no build up for it.
Yeah.
And
True.
Your line of it's in the script twice where where the cleaner sees someone, he feels uncomfortable, and then he says, "Hi, I'm the cleaner." Yeah. And then at the end where he sees the two thugs, he's like, he doesn't say nothing. And I was like, that's perfect. If your line, "I'm the cleaner," the third time, fucking perfect, because like now he's actually like in trouble. But no, the line was not meant to be.
Yeah. And then Isaac shows up at the end.
Dude, that was crazy.
Had you not seen that one?
No, I had not seen that one because
you saw the prequel.
I saw the prequel. Which
I don't think I have.
The film has a prequel.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the prequel, the cleaner, it's like in a fighting game when you're choosing your characters.
Oh yeah.
He's just standing there like that, and he's just like in his stance, and he's just like ready to go.
Okay.
And it's like to be continued.
Is that sort of leading up to the fight scene at the end of?
It's leading up to the fight scene, but it doesn't make any sense because it's like he's ready to fight, but then in this film he runs away, and then he's just automatically fighting, and Isaac is there.
He calls his friend. No, he calls his friend.
But he's just there. He just appears there. We don't see Isaac coming. He just appears there, and they fight. It's tremendous.
I love it. He comes in there. No introduction. He's just fighting there now.
I think if we did Narcotics and watch all these films again,
it's great.
Would be
brilliant.
We'd appreciate them in a whole new different way.
I think it's a brilliant sort of like piece of cinema.
It's very well shot, like you were saying.
Yeah, it's well. I like to qualify that. Yeah. At times it's very well shot. Yeah. At other times the shots will go on too long and they don't cut. I think Pui really likes long takes.
Me too.
Yeah, everyone likes long takes. People like everyone hates shortcuts. But sometimes and like every project had a long take.
We all like.
Did Winter have a long take?
Everyone saw.
I don't think Winter had a long
Reservoir
take.
Dogs, One Time Too Many.
Clay was all long takes. Yeah. Windscreens doesn't have a long take, did it? No, I don't think so. But I think Abel did do a long take in his first film, Visionaire. Remember? Yes.
His first film was all one take.
Yes. So, oh, really?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. But we stitched together.
Oh, really? I didn't work on it. I didn't work on his first.
We didn't like shoot the whole. Well, you didn't work on it?
No, his first one. His first film before Visionaire was one take.
Oh, really? Okay. No, I don't know. I never saw that one.
Yeah.
Was Visionaire? Visionaire wasn't. Visionaire had a lot of long takes though.
It had some long takes, but I mean, we never saw the final product.
We never saw the final cut. We saw a trailer though. We should have watched the trailer. Yeah. Everyone really likes long takes.
I like long takes.
Yeah.
I did long takes for Park Bench. Is that a long take? Were those long takes? The last one's a long take.
Yeah, last one's a long take. Yeah, last one's a long take. Yeah.
I don't know. You haven't seen. I feel. I like it. I like it, but I think it's more
slow cinema.
I don't know.
Not really.
I like it when I do it, but I condemn it when other people do it.
Yeah. Just a long shot of something going on, like moving somehow, like either handheld or on a dolly. It's a very long shot. It's us trying to like push ourselves to the limit. Like, I don't know. Yeah. We're like, let's do this long take. I don't know. Yeah. So there's definitely some shots that are too long in there. But yeah, for a one woman team.
Yeah.
With a basically for camera, one woman team.
Yeah.
There's some really I think it's really great stuff in there.
Yeah.
If only we could like craft into something that wasn't like this sort of action scene at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that's just like
resolution.
Yeah. But like yeah. It's funny when Isaac just shows up at the end.
Dude, I thought that was he had the exact same haircut and clothes as the second bad guy.
Never see it close up.
So I was like, why are there two bad guys? Well, there's
I
three
remember
bad
Isaac
guys.
talking about it too. He's like, oh my god. I was like, he's like had lots of bruises after that. It was like,
Really? From what? They were
From
actually
the fight scene.
they were actually hitting each other.
Oh, I don't know, like I think his pants got torn at some, or maybe it was someone else's pants. But
Oh
yeah,
my
it was like,
God.
I don't know if they're actually hitting each other, but they're falling over, like
Yeah.
hitting sort of like other things, and like
Holy
it's
shit.
just like you're like fighting for like maybe like an hour or 2 hours, like
Oh gosh.
improvised. Basically, there wasn't any choreography.
Yeah.
Or the actors were sort of like they were sort of the two thugs. I believe there was some sort of martial arts sort of like
Yeah, I could tell
Yeah.
that the
ponytail guy.
ponytail guy.
Definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
he had a bit of something.
Yeah, he did some flips and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. Fuck.
And I was only ever there for my Hacker's cameo.
Hacker, he was a good
Yeah.
cameo. Hacker man.
I was a hacker.
And you just staring through the window like,
I was staring
like,
in
I'm
the
like,
window.
oh fuck.
It was a good stare. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like it looked nice though. At some points, it looks really nice.
Good for
yeah.
your
Yeah.
portfolio. You know,
Good,
that's
looks
why
good. Yeah.
you shoot. If you shoot something well, you can use it for your portfolio. No one actually wants to see what you did. They just
Yeah.
want to see your portfolio. It's so good in the hood.
So yeah, just make that, then yeah, you're all good in the hood.
Yeah,
The cleaner.
cleaner. 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Yeah, I think that's the height of of that's why that's what we're building up to. Yeah.
I think when I get T-shirts for the podcast, we'll have 5 out of 5 as well.
5 out of 5. Okay.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. That's what the podcast is going to be called. 5 out of 5.
I feel like this episode was number 5.
Hmm.
Sort of come full circle.
Was it really?
No, if only it was. It
yeah.
wasn't.
Okay. Was it episode 10?
No, it's episode 8, I think.
Oh, okay.
8 or 9.
5. What if you include the diary entry episodes?
I did one diary entry
Okay.
episode. I just covered both of them because
Okay.
I was like, if I press stop and then I go again, I'm just like I'm forcing it. I
Yeah.
just did both of them.
All right. In summary, none of us were really that part of it. I remember, trying to write a little bit of it. I remember trying to like craft it into my own thing. No, that's not true. I remember trying to add some stuff to it. Trying to maybe shape it a little bit, but obviously, like she wanted to go in her direction, and like at that point, then I'm just here to like check the spelling and because she's from Thailand, but but from from Chiang Mai. So
did you see it? You went over to Thailand, right?
I didn't go to Chiang Mai. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I don't know. For some
Bangkok.
reason, I thought you'd seen her since.
I saw her.
saw her?
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
in Bangkok during that time that I was in Thailand. We saw her hanging out.
Yeah.
It was fun. We took some photos. She's good with that sort of like the video and getting those we rode on those boats around these canals.
Cool.
And it was fun staying out.
Yeah. I love. Man, I miss some of the crazy people. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it
The
crazy.
characters.
Characters. Yeah,
What
from
about
uni.
Ang? You know the TV sound?
The fucking. I remember that fucking photo of the of the group that worked on the assignment. Yeah, he fucking left. He fucking left halfway through the assignment, so they photoshopped his face in the background like he was God watching over there.
Like James Earl Jones.
Oh gosh.
Just watching over in the heavens.
In the heavens.
He broke a tripod somehow. He snapped the leg off. I don't know how he did it.
Oh my gosh.
You worked in your project. He worked in patent. I wish we had that sort of. I remember we were there at some point. Like me and James, we were cameoing on Padman's film.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to cut this part out. This is and like at some point, like I think James and Ung sort of. I think they're in the same class, probably.
Yeah.
At some point, at some point, like we were extras in the party scene, and like James was like, and like at some point, like James and Ung were talking. It's like, hey, how about you try a little bit of it? Like he started shooting, and then James started shooting the film. It's like,
The fucking the extra got promoted to cinematographer.
Like, I was just watching him. It's like, I like, what the hell? What the
Yeah,
hell's
Ang was
going
like
on?
pretty done by then.
Yeah.
He
He
was
just wanted
done.
him to shoot the film.
He like, oh man, I remember him working on Sam's project too.
Oh, I sort of warned Sam about that. Like,
Oh,
are
did you?
you sure? Like, yeah, like it's like, no, I heard it's alright. It's like
I don't know nothing,
know.
man. I didn't know nothing until
I was
after
like, I remember. I think I already heard that Ang, because there was other characters who Ang had disagreements with. That's why you thought that Ang was alright. There's another character. I think maybe that was you, or someone else. But I remember already hearing that Ang was a bit of like a bit hard work with, yeah, from other people. I think with that photo, that's the photo that they showed me.
Oh,
I think from James, yeah,
from James.
yeah, from James. I heard that, and like I was like, are you sure you want to, Sam? Let's be real here.
Yeah, Sam never released that. Sure,
Oh,
he wasn't
really?
happy with it. No, he didn't even submit it. He made a new. He
Okay.
shot something new by himself, all by himself.
Jeez. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was like a serial killer, like it's like about a serial killer, but it was like shot POV from the serial killer's perspective as he's like putting up like posters about like he's got a rim turret and supposedly he's killing the people that are coming to do inspections.
Yeah.
Puyo was obviously a character.
Yeah.
Just like
She was a pretty, but she wasn't like, it wasn't like anything like, you know, she was like as chaotic as Ang.
she was pretty chaotic.
She was chaotic, but in her own way, you know.
Chaotic neutral.
Yeah, chaotic neutral. Yeah,
Not
I guess,
chaotic
yeah.
evil.
no, weird. It's neutral. Like,
And then we had Francisco.
oh, Francisco.
I've been talking to him.
yeah.
I've been talking to him. Every time I like one of his memes on Facebook,
really?
he messages me, "How are you
Oh.
going?" So
How's he going?
he's going well. He just
He's
did
a
like a
lecturer,
meditation
wasn't
trip. Yeah,
really?
yeah. Fucking he finished uni and he signed that I could take his degree.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh.
I took his degree and got it apostilled or whatever. So it's like verified as legitimate for Ecuador. So then I mailed it. I FedExed it to him, and then he became a fucking university lecturer.
Hey, yeah.
But he's been editing commercials for Domino's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe she moved to Ecuador.
Yeah. He's a cool dude, man. Like,
he's a cool dude. I remember like we were editing pretty late. It's like
yeah.
It's like we had to kick him out of the studio too because like we had booked the time. It's like, hey, sorry, Francisco, but he was like really cool about it.
Yeah.
It's like, no worries, man. It's like, hey, and I think he came up and sometimes you want to try some weed. Like he had his humidifier, whatever it was.
Humidifier.
Was it? I
don't know.
I didn't know anything about it.
I didn't smoke weed then. I'd never done weed.
Me neither.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you smoked weed since?
Not directly.
Not directly, just passive.
Passively, yeah. Like I was in the crowd and then I got really like. This makes it sound pretty lame. I got really like. I think it was really strong weed.
Yeah.
I was at a party, and like I was just there, and it's like I remember on the train I was like,
that my party?
I was like,
Was that my party?
no, it was someone else. It was like I remember someone at a party. I remember it was with James as well. Yeah, I remember. So it was just like I was sort of like I was like gone sort of. I was just like I was so relaxed and just so so out of it.
But I didn't
I was
realize
laughing a lot too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like it was just I think it was
He had
like
a pouch.
He would like we would
the
like
kid.
leave class. I remember in writing for screen. It was since writing for screen. We would like leave class and he would just light up like outside.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, I would need to. I never smoked weed at that point, and I would need. I fucking remember needing to light up
Oh, really?
at writing for that. I hated that class.
Yeah,
The worst class ever.
Who did you have?
I don't know.
Oh,
I hate writing. I just fucking hate writing
Oh
classes.
yeah.
I fucking hate him.
Yeah.
John Truby. Just read John Truby's book, and that's it. That's all you need.
I think for writing,
And just keep doing it.
yeah, just
keep
writing.
doing it,
Keep
that's
writing
it.
is definitely the one step, and like the other step is that like it's really hard to. It's like I think I was talking to someone else. It's like you gotta like maybe I was talking to you. You gotta like you can't really think about it like when you're writing. You can't really think about like structure and everything, character and all that when you're writing. You just gotta be writing, and like but to be able to like because when you're thinking about it, it's sort of like that's how you get sort of blocked up.
Yeah.
And like stuck. But it's so like when you just know it naturally, and only knowing it naturally only comes through a lot of experience. So like that's why that's for everything as well. I can't remember what I was relating it to. I was relating to something else. It's well, I don't know. I was talking about something else. It's like that's like yes, what?
Weed?
Yeah, something like that. It's like you gotta know it naturally, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like any sort of knowledge is like knowing it, having that knowledge, but put it into practice, and then put it into practice where it's like subconscious. That's the bit that's like that's when it can become a good whatever it is, whether it's like plumbing or like electricians. Like I don't need to know like this is that and this and that. I can look at it and I can see it already straight away. Yeah, I can see what the problem is. I can see the whatever. I don't know. Yeah, and for writing as well, it's got to come. Yeah, it's like having that sort of like you got to get that framework there, but you got to get it in where it's like it's sort of like you don't see it anymore. Yeah. Or you see it everywhere. Anyway, I mean like where it's effortless. So yeah.
Yeah, and what you just said is like not how it's hard to teach that, and it's annoying to learn that from someone trying to teach it.
Yeah. Yeah. You just gotta understand it just takes time.
I think the thing that I hate is a lot of I think I've taken 2 writing classes, and both the teachers are criticizers of story, which I don't like. I don't agree with. Like, why your job is not to teach me story. Your job is to teach me script writing. So if you don't like my script writing, then you got to teach me in ways that I can apply to other scripts.
Yeah.
And like just writing in future, you got to teach me about not structure, but you got to tell me how to do what I want to do. You got to teach me how to get to where I'm going. Don't tell me that where I'm going to is wrong. I can't believe you're getting paid to do that.
Yeah. I definitely, I mean, like, there's always, I mean, like, there's definitely, like, the 3-act structure, you gotta follow this and that and that. That's very profound in screenwriting. But to go into your point, like, and like, something that I find, like, sort of doing feedback and, I guess, trying to write, you know, like, saying, like, oh, maybe I should do this, is, like, is that, like, you want to, like, sort of put yourself into the script. Like, you gotta remember that you gotta, like, try and work towards what the person you're giving feedback to wants, not what you want in the script.
Yes.
That's something that's like I struggle with too.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to give feedback, it's like, well, this is what I would like to see in this script, but that's not what it's like. If every script was the way that I wanted to see it, you know, it wouldn't be that great. So I go, what does the student, the writer, the filmmaker, what do they want?
Yeah.
And how and what's the best way of getting there, you know? I mean, if you just want to like do like, oh, I just want to have like one long fart. It's like, I don't know, maybe you can't really do much.
Well, I can ask, why do you want one long fart? And then you say, oh, because I wanted to show this. And then that's when you come in and say, hey, here's one way that we can show this. That's not one long fart. Like, there was 2. Like, even when you said 3-act structure, that's subjective criticism. So, you know, we can argue about whether that's going to be helpful or not. And I think that because we can argue it, it's helpful, and like I'll accept it. But if I'm writing a script about a superhero, and you tell me that also like you don't consider scripts about superheroes, you don't consider that writing. You don't consider that like an option.
Yeah. No, what the hell?
That doesn't help. That does not help. And like I've had one of my teachers did that. Not that I was writing it, someone else was writing it.
Yeah.
But I was like, how the fuck is that your criticism? That's not criticism. That's your like. How did you get to this position with such
I think that's
one-dimensional thoughts?
Yeah, and it's like something like that. It's like I mean, like would Master Syndrome do something like something different next time, something more normal next time? You know. I remember that's one of the feedback. Something along that lines. Yeah. Everything else sci-fi. And anyway,
Just because they couldn't comprehend it, they were like, "Oh, it's out of my element, therefore it's must be wrong." No. Just like 0 out of 5.
Yeah. yeah, what's trying to say? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Basically, I think we got the whole point in there. I was trying to say something about feedback. No,
For writing.
for writing. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't really follow the. I try and follow character arcs more
Yeah.
than sort of like a free act structure. Making sure that character has like an interesting arc at least. These days. I don't think I ever followed. I don't like free act. I don't think I ever followed it so strictly. But maybe that's something I should try. Don't know.
I think that stuff is helpful when you're stuck. When you're stuck and you're like, I don't know nothing, like I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Then you start looking at shit like that.
Yeah, if you need, but yeah, you can't. You need the material. I always think like we should just write it out first because you need that material to sort of like shape and like I sometimes I just write a scene and be like, no, I write a scene like, no, this isn't right. I like a lot of people like are against that sort of writing, sort of like writing and rewriting or like sort of while you're still writing the first draft. But I'm sort of like, but I find that for me, I'm trying to figure out the story, figure out the characters, and like you write that bit, and it's like, oh, this is a good scene. And when I think about it, it's like, no. It's simple. It's straightforward. But I can only find it out by actually writing the characters and sort of like, and I can't just outline the characters and then like they're not really characters yet. Anyway, yeah, I'll outline the story. It's not really a story yet. I gotta actually write the scene.
Yeah.
And then like but then maybe I edit the scene again. But yeah, but there's obviously, it's not the most efficient way of writing. Maybe it's not the most. It might not be the best way of writing, but it's the most pleasing. It's the best way for me to understand the story, in my opinion. Anyway, yeah, just at least just for me, and that's you got to find your own way of writing. You know, what works best for you. Anyway, we're talking about characters. Francisco, yeah, he came into the studio. After we kicked him out, it's like, sorry man, it's like, oh, it's all good man, it's all good, no, it's all good man. But don't worry, it'll be like a couple of hours. Like, yeah, I was editing that one, yeah, so don't worry. And like he had a major project too. I just had a minor project. But he was fine with being kicked out. And it was like he came and said, "Hey man, you want to smoke some weed or something like that?" You know. However, someone who would authentically talk like that would talk.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, the thing is, I didn't realize, but everyone was.
I'm
there were a lot of
smoking right
stoners.
What?
There were a lot of filmmakers are stoners. I didn't know that.
I guess so.
Until like I went to UTS.
And they all clean up.
They all clean up.
I feel like they do. I don't know.
What do you mean? What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
When out of their 30s, I mean, like in their 20s, they are all stoners.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess they're just into weed. Maybe they're not like stereotypical, like but they're very weed. Like it's a thing. Yeah. I didn't know it was a thing back then.
I don't know if it was like a thing. James definitely was. I mean, maybe.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. James allegedly was.
We only talk shit about people that don't live in the country.
Francisco definitely
Who's
was.
James?
Didn't someone say Francisco brought like a lot of weed into the country?
That was me. I said that.
Yeah, was that true?
According to him, allegedly.
Allegedly, he
I was like,
brought like a lot of weed into the country.
I was like, dude, don't you watch like that TV show that is like international with the border security? He's like, like, oh shit, man.
Allegedly, he brought lots of weed in the country.
He doesn't give a shit.
He definitely was like, he definitely lit up as soon as we left as soon as we left VGS. We're in the heart of the city, and he's just lighting up. Like, it's like there's you know, at uni. Right outside, you know, probably some cops around, you know, sometimes there are just for protests and whatever. It's like, and it's like, yeah, he does not give a shit. Yeah. Like we're just walking down a busy street and he just lights up.
It's fine. Look, in hindsight, it's fine. I think. But to me back then, it was just like, oh my god, everyone's so cool.
I guess so. Yeah.
Fun fact: do you know that Francisco taught me how to make fried rice?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now I know how to make fried rice.
Now you know. The Franciscan method.
I used to make it every week.
A lot of weed. Chop it up in there.
Oh, fuck.
It heats up.
I feel like you're on a natural high. You don't need the weed.
Yeah. What was in this drink again?
You're right to drive, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. How long are we going for?
Two
I'm probably outright to drive now.
hours and 15 minutes.
I guess I'm alright to drive now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We wanted to make a show about Me and James.
You wanted
The
to.
Show. Yeah, the Ung show. But it's like that. It's like it's like the other show.
Dude, what if I feel like Ung sort of has a liking to me. I feel like he might actually listen to this.
What's Ung up to now?
I don't know. But one time I made a Facebook post saying I need a internet router right now.
Ung.
And he was like, Michael, I've got one.
Need you.
And I was like, oh.
I'm not sure about it.
Maybe I can wait. Not to be rude. I don't know. I'm very grateful that he said that. But it's just weird because I had no contact with him.
Really? And then he's like, hey, I got it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, come over for a router. I got all the routers you need. He's very welcoming.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, actually. For you.
For me.
He just does not care about it. Yeah. He just like, couldn't... Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is all natural Sugerman, by the way.
No, I mean...
He's not on any substance.
It's all for, all natural.
All natural.
I'm on Ung. Francisco, Ung, Pui. Pui's the most, like, I think Pui was... She would just call you up pretty late or like...
Really?
She called up, I think she called up my friends like at like 11 or 12, like, hey, you want to do something now? I was like, I got work tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, that's... I mean, she never called me that late, but
yeah,
fuck.
My friend lived in the city, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your friend?
Chris, the guy, the cleaner.
Oh.
He lived in like the city.
Oh, gotcha.
And so from what I hear, like she would call it late.
She would every now and then she would message and be like, let's just go to dinner. Let's just go watch a movie.
Do something.
Just out of random.
Yeah, we did something.
We did.
Yeah, when we were at the
we saw the Korean zombie movie.
Did we? Was that with her and you all together?
Yeah. And we were crying. Me and Pui were crying at the end. Were you crying?
No.
Yeah, me and Pui cried, man.
Yeah.
I was crying because she was crying though. Not because I'm a pussy.
Sure, yeah. He cried at the end of the cleaner.
Yeah, dude, I cried a lot. That was tremendous.
Yeah.
That should have won the Oscar. Yeah. I would have given it the Oscar.
Should have won the. Had this competition, UTS's competition. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called. The Sun Awards. I feel like something like that. I don't know if it's still going on. But yeah, should have won that. Yeah.
I feel like we could keep going.
Yeah.
But
save it for next.
Yeah, so I I don't want to say, ooh, where do we go from here, Sugerman? I think
I feel like we've naturally gone to the end.
Yeah, we've gone to the end of the past.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I mean, there's more in the past for me. There's more in the. I
sure.
I think there's a few things in the past for you too that you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
don't want to talk about.
Let's not get too.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring back old wounds. You know.
That's the next one. Takedown podcast.
We need to make a few. I think maybe when Park Bench is edited, we can talk like more about what we're doing in the future.
Or tomorrow, yes.
Huh?
Park Bench today. I mean not today. I mean today is in the present. Talking about the present and the future.
Yeah. Like what we're.
Because everything. If we talk about it now, it's a little bit too up in the air right now.
Yeah, things are too up in the air. I feel like if we start talking, we're gonna. I don't like talking about things before I finish them. I feel like it's just going to get in the way of us doing if we talk too much.
I guess, true.
But it's nice talking about what we have done and revisiting that.
It's good.
I haven't seen those short films for ages.
Yeah. There's a few other short films. Maybe I should have brought us a few more of like a... Because I think the theme was that it was like us two that were on it.
Yeah.
For most of them, There's a few more that nice...
That we were on?
That I was on.
Oh, yeah. You were on. I was on separately.
Yeah. I mean, the cleaner was something that you weren't really on at all.
But I was supposed to.
You were supposed to be on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but then she told us all not to come at the end.
Yeah, because she wanted to
like
say
gun. Like, what's this?
She didn't get.
What's that style of filmmaking called? Guerrilla.
Guerrilla. Yeah. Pretty. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. It's a lot. Actually, we did work a lot of projects.
Yeah.
And then we had the big empty. And now
Empty.
the big empty of like not much going on.
Not much going on. Absolutely.
And then like
pussies.
now, coming up to be continued.
Now we've got
To be the return.
2 projects in the works and
Many more to
a
come.
lot of scripts.
Yeah, a lot of scripts.
We got to start doing shit.
So let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye bye.
All right, so let's shout out to Bob Lalingus, Ookie Spooky. Anyone else, Sugerman?
What was that about?
They're the people that I'm shouting out to. Ookie Spooky and Bob Lalingus. You don't know them?
No.
They're supporters of podcasts.
Okay, yeah. Oh, it's like thank you for
Thank you, guys.
thanks for supporting. Yeah. Check out I'm the guest. Check out fezproductions.com.au. Nothing if you want some corporate videos or wedding videos. And then maybe there might be something else up there one day. Who knows? Whatever. Links in the description box below.
What links?
Links to everything.
Everything.
All the videos, yep.
Oh, fuck.
I'll upload them up. Links to Clay Wizard in the description box below.